Welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School for our last broadcast of the season. We're coming to you live right here on South Kitsap TV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205, and we're also streaming this game live in high definition on YouTube. You can find a link to the game by going to the school district homepage, click on the YouTube link, and you can watch the game in HD. Tonight, the Wolves take on the Battleground High School Tigers. Both the Tigers are 2-6 and SK is 1-7. I'm Phil Nanger, and joining me in the booth tonight are Troy Larson and Brian Pickard. So we're getting ready, looks like now, for the national anthem to come on up. So we're going to throw it down to the field and to our band. The color guard is tonight is Cadet Lieutenant Commander Benjamin Weller, Cadet Ensign Liam Pratt, Cadet Ensign John Carter, and Cadet Senior Chief Riley Zappin. The band is under the auspices of Gary Grams and will perform the national anthem.
Sarah Reedy, Senior Field Marshal Courtney Nelson, Junior Drum Major Ann Kabakungan, and Junior Drum Major Jillian Ciarelli. Please remain standing. Thank you, Command.
It's senior night here at South Kitsap, and we introduced all the band seniors, all the football seniors. We're playing a team that Troy and Brian, I really think we can compete and probably steal a win from.
Absolutely, just a great night here again at Kitsap Bank Stadium, Phil, and I'm super looking forward to tonight's game. And just reflecting back on last week, especially in the second quarter, I thought the Wolves did a great job, even though it wasn't defeat. They pretty much held their own against Olympia in the second quarter. Specifically, I'm looking forward to watching Tyson Tyson Carter tonight ran really, really aggressive against Olympia and had a lot of success. Also, the Ryland Bain to Sam Canton connection had some success against Olympia as well, but frankly, it could have been a lot better than it was. They had a lot of just barely misses. So let's get it on tonight and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night out here. I mean, it's November 1st. Nobody, too many kids in costume out here left over from yesterday, but...
Yeah. By the way, welcome to November.
Exactly.
Right? How'd that happen?
And Wolves are sending out their captains, and looks like the captains for the Wolves tonight. Brian, can you give us their numbers?
We got a number 72.
Yeah, sorry, Rosser got lost here for a second. That's Jacob Johnson.
Number 52.
That's Zoe Pedrolinen.
24.
24 is, we'll call his name a lot tonight, DeAndre Davis.
And number 37.
And that's Sam Canton.
And they have a couple honorary captains out there in the purple uniforms. Those are a couple of staff members. I'm not sure who they are. I think one of them may be Irene Shiro. And again, not sure who number 56 is out there. But the Wolves are in their black uniforms. We haven't seen them in those uniforms, but they look sharp, and with the white letters and the maroon hats, they look sharp.
And thankfully, the Battleground Tigers tonight, even though they have white jerseys opposed to Olympia, they have a different color number. So we might be able to catch some of their numbers tonight. Make it easy on us. Boy, what do we want to say? Vintage broadcasters up here? So
Just
a little
old.
easier on the eyes. Just old.
We're just old as we're all hanging our glasses down over our noses. So
Hope everybody had a successful and safe Halloween. And Halloween's always a time of big festivities. And, for me and our family, we call this is eating season all of a sudden, right? So we're not, try to maintain most of the year. But, boy, we got Halloween coming, the holidays, and it's time to eat, right?
Well, on that note, I just want to point out that up in our booth, we have a bag of Halloween candy and some Halloween cookies, and they're right in front of me.
Perfect. Keep them there.
that's where they belong. So we just got the coin toss, and it looks like South Kitsap won. The toss is deferring.
That seems to be the mode is when you win that, you do defer, and that way you get the ball in the second half usually.
So South will kick off north to south tonight. No real wind out here, no rain, no weather. It's calm.
It is a beautiful fall night. I mean, these are the nights that are made for high school football. I mean, it's perfect. It's a little cool, a little crisp. You smell some of the leaves that are falling and all that, but that's football weather.
Exactly. And while we said this is our last broadcast of the season, South Kitsap does have a crossover game next Thursday night at home here. So if you haven't had a chance to come on out and watch the teams play, I suggest come on out. It's 7 o'clock game. I'm not sure who the opponent will be, but
I think the famous to be determined.
yeah,
TBD.
But should be fun. Another fun night. Weather right now isn't looking too bad.
On our sheets, it's listed that the game will be here, but we will see, and I'm sure the information will get out to everybody once that's determined. It's probably not determined until all the games are done and played tonight throughout the state and area.
So South Kitsap and Battleground, I don't believe they've had a common opponent yet this year, so not real sure. Again, both teams have been suffering some blowouts, but have managed to get at least a win or two. So Chase Peterson kicks off for South, and it's a high, short kick, picked up by Battleground to 25, and tackled there at the 30-yard line.
Great coverage on that, Phil. I mean, it was not an extremely long kick, but 0 yards gained after catch.
We've seen a bunch of those this year from different teams, from South, from some of their opponents and things. Just different, not just kick the ball down as far as you can get. It's kind of some high kicks, low kicks, all kinds of different things, and really been pretty effective from what we've seen as long as they've got the ball.
Well, one of the things is that why give the ball to their best player, best returner. Battleground comes out in a shotgun formation and tries to run up the middle. And that's going to go off the right-hand side for about 7 yards, and that's number 40, Stephen Hancock from the Tigers.
Yeah, pretty good blocking scheme up front on that time for Battleground. It created a nice seal over there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, they collapsed that corner, and he had room to go. What was it, about 7
Yard gain. So they come out again, 2 receivers on the far left side. And
We'll need to throw another south. There we go. Good adjustment by
another
the
run
Cats.
right up in the middle.
He's going to have a first down.
So that's going to gain 6. So two runs and 13 yards. So
You know, from the games this season, we've seen that a lot, where the Wolves have kind of given up in the first quarter or so, chunks of yardage, and then they start tightening up. So
yeah, Battleground's getting to play from the sideline. Same formation we saw last time with a 2 receivers over on the left-hand side and the right-hand side receivers in tight. So another run. This one's off to the left-hand side. South is there. Back keeps driving his legs, and he's going to gain, looks like about another 7 yards, up to the 49-yard line.
the Tigers have an interesting formation there, where they have an up back just right behind the guard on the left side. That's number 25, Brody Smith. He's 6'3", 230, so he's a big kid. He's a senior. So far, I've seen him just block well.
Yeah,
He's a big kid.
got a lot of power on the left side at the lineup. So tendency so far early in the game that they've been going to the wide side of the field, but this one looks like they're going to the short side to where their power is.
So again, kind of up the middle, picks up 2 yards. Again, that's number 40, Stephen Hancock. He's gotten all the carries so far. And that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 1.
You know, if the uniforms weren't different, I'd kind of think these were the Seahawks, because that's what the Seahawks like to do. They like to establish that run and pound with Chris Carson up the middle.
Third and 1, see if they can bow their backs here. And another thing that South did great last week, and hopefully will repeat it again this week, is they had quite a few turnovers, so caused some fumbles.
Well, that's not going to be it. He's going to be gone. Nope, that's DeAndre Davis right there. Nice to have a sprinter in your secondary. That is a 48-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. Again, that's Stephen Hancock carrying the ball again. So it's 5 plays, 5 carries for him, and I always forget that DeAndre's out there.
You know, on that play, the Wolves' defense was everybody was up. There wasn't anybody further than probably 8 yards back.
And we go just off tackle right side again for a touchdown for Battleground. That was a bit too easy. So
It was an impressive drive.
yeah, just marched right on down. South will have to make some adjustments. Not sure what they saw on film during the week, but the coaches are pretty good doing that. And like I said, we've all said is the first drive, for some reason they seem to kind of give that first drive up a lot of times and tighten things up. So looks to me like Battleground might be going for 2. And they are, same play they just scored a touchdown on. And that goes in, that extra point's going to be good too. So with 9-12 in the first quarter, it is now 8-0 in favor of the Tigers, and the Wolves will get their chance.
So I know it's a touchdown, but I don't think I've seen a game without DeAndre running across field to track down a breakaway runner at a good time. So
He's got the wheels.
It usually happens at least once a game, which is just an A++ effort. And if it only happens once a game, hopefully we're done with that scenario.
Here's
so
a
far.
replay. You can see 40 breaks on through the middle, and there's DeAndre, and looks like he's going to go, but DeAndre does not give up. Does a great job making the tackle.
Great job, DeAndre.
I would imagine DeAndre, with his track, his football, I'm not sure what other sports he's doing. I'm sure he's probably doing something in the winter. He's probably being looked at, I would guess. He's a pretty good athlete. And when you got that speed, that's a combination that's at the next level they really like to see.
So kicking off for Battleground would be number 44, and that's Colt Steppard, according to our sheets here.
I don't have a 44, but I suppose I'm not supposed to say that.
No.
Am I?
You know what? That was 45, so I don't have 44 either, so I'm not sure who this is.
This is number 44 kicking off for the Tigers.
Seems like we've had that issue with that number before.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be another short kick, fielded by the Wolves at 25. And they'll start at about their 31, 32 yard line. So decent little return there. It'll be first down Wolves. So neither team kicking deep tonight. Certainly not a wind or weather condition. I think both these teams have probably just seen enough of these short kicks working for people.
All right, let's see if Ryland can get him start off in positive gain here and march down the field and match the score by Battleground.
So we'll start out in I formation, hand off the left side. Back is driving. He's going to gain about 3 yards, so he'll bring the ball up to 35-yard line, just over 35. So it brings up 2nd and 7 for the Wolves.
Number 55, left guard for the Wolves, Jaden Bresheim, he just pancaked his man. I think he must have pulled or something, and he was kind of in the left far side. But that kid was not coming anywhere near the football. Great block.
So a quick pass from Ryland. Ooh, tipped by the Tigers receiver.
Tender receiver, that was Sam Canton. He's got some pretty good hands.
Well, that was a quick slant. Sam never got a chance, so...
Linebacker got his hand up, dropped back in the passing lane a little bit, and was able to deflect it. So
that's going to bring up third down. 3rd and 7 for the Wolves. Let's see if they can keep this drive going. They come out again, I formation, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left.
Showing blitz.
And they were actually running away from the blitz, so that's a good call. We do have a flag on the field.
Flag down, and I would guess holding. That's usually the...
Yeah, holding, or I thought maybe I saw the backfield move aggressively there before the snap. So I think one of the two. Nope,
yeah, but it's holding.
There you go. Yeah.
Because otherwise that.
I would have loved to have been wrong there. So.
Yep.
Do we need to do the disclaimer if there's any Battleground folks listening to the game? We do it every game.
Well, folks, you want to go for it? Brad?
Yeah. We apologize if we sound like we lean South Kitsap way, because we do. All 3 of us had our kids go through and graduate. So what do we have? 3, 6, 8 kids that went through between the 3 of us, and we're volunteers for this. And so we do recognize Battleground and Tigers, and we'll point things out there. But we know the South better, and it's just it is. We apologize, but not too much.
Not really. We are who we are. No, we do the best we can with what we got.
We do the best we can considering the pay scale that we're at.
The people who we really do need to recognize, this broadcast is put on by the South Kitsap Audio Video Club group, and the classes and everything, and running the cameras, running the replays, all that stuff. So they do a great job. So it's going to be 3rd and about 21 yards for the South Kitsap Wolves. So runs back to pass, throws a nice long pass, just out of reach of
nice effort.
DeAndre Davis, number 24.
Nice effort. Just I'd like to see that ball a little bit more inside in play, but that was excellent effort. Good job, guys. Let's see if we can get off a decent kick here.
So Chase Peterson will go back and do punting for South. Chase has been our kicker here for a number of years right now, so he's a senior, and this will be potentially his last game, except for the one next week, kick crossover.
Good snap.
Good snap. Nice high, long kick. And a good return by Battleground. Brings it back to the 45-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Coming right at the end. 2 flags. So, don't know if they both saw the same thing or. I'm guessing they did because they put them both together. So, I think that'll probably be against Battleground, hopefully, and
Don't be partial.
drop the ball back.
Block in the back, maybe, Phil. Couldn't see him particularly down there, but
That or hold, I would say probably block in the back. That's normally the call, but let's see if we can get it from the officials.
And Phil, and thanks for mentioning all the guys down there doing all the guys and gals in the video room downstairs with all the cameras. And it's a couple names. The director producer tonight is Caden Powell. The technical director is Alex Lasky. On the cameras is Augustine Frog Mendiola. Sorry if I messed that up a little bit. And Savannah Ward. Graphics is Emma Johnson, and audio is Kincaid Gagnon. So thanks, guys. Thanks for all the replays up here. Do a great job, and appreciate it. I know it takes an incredible amount of time to set this all up for everybody. So again, great job, guys.
So the accepted penalty will be a illegal block in the back. So there were two. The first one was a hold that was declined. Obviously, the illegal block in the back probably happened further downfield, so they take that one.
So Phil, I don't recall when Battleground ran the ball every play, right? The first drive.
Every play, the first drive.
So let's see if we can adjust a little bit and stop that and force them to throw the ball.
Well, they'll start on their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Did a good job running the first time, and Mr. Hancock will probably get at least an opportunity here. He goes right away, first down. Wolves do get him after about a 6-yard gain. So bring up 2nd and 4. They have the ball on the 49-yard line. He's very quick. He's got a quick first step, hits that hole pretty fast. So again, shotgun formation, single back. You're going to look at defense, get play from the coaches. South make some changes on defense. And we do have another run play to Hancock, and we do have a flag on the play, so I think that will potentially be a hold against
Internal holding, yeah. So
Throw it right in the pile. That number 40, Stephen Hancock, he's getting the lion's share of the
I think the
ball.
Lions den share of the ball.
Yeah, it's been every play so far. So
they've got to put the ball in the air.
Maybe the Tigers' den.
Yeah, there you go.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty, walked off from the spot of foul, which is right about the line of scrimmage. So
well, you can't blame them. They're getting some good progress on each one of those carries. So it's a good-looking athlete.
Yep.
Runs hard, pretty shifty, and he's not small.
No, he's listed at 6 foot, 175 pounds, so he's decent sized back.
And that may be why the Wolves defense is playing all uptight. There's no real safety down deep or anything like that, as they don't throw the ball much. Now they'll throw it.
Yep, quick wide receiver screen, but
Nicely.
the Wolves are there and covering it nicely.
Nicely covered.
Look on rights, it's Slater Shoemaker on the coverage there. Great. It came up quick, balanced themselves, broke down like he was supposed to, and made a tackle on open field.
So they gained a couple yards, but brings up a long 3rd and 16. So with the ball on the, just over 36-yard line, they held it up. And taking some time getting this ball out. So again, same formation. Pretty much. The only difference seems to be which side they put the halfback on. Another pass play.
Good pressure.
Good pressure by the Wolves. They're going to get them. So first one in there was number 23.
Ben Miller.
And he's a junior and did a great job getting it in. Brings up 4th down. Here's a replay of this.
It's a loss of 11 yards.
Yeah, watch this.
Goes on back and see there comes Ben right there, and just a host of Wolves are.
That was kind of by that right tackle for the Tigers. That was a lookout block, I think.
Yep.
In other words, look out!
And some very good technique on the rusher. Kept his outside leverage on there. Kept his outside free. So
Sure did.
straight path to the quarterback.
So
4th and 28, Phil. Wow.
that's going to bring up a punt.
Oh,
Almost.
We do have a flag already on the
Can't with a fair catch in traffic. That's a tough catch to make, but he called the fair catch, and he was surrounded, and he hung onto that ball. Nice job, Sam.
Yeah, let's see what this flag is.
is it a motion, Phil? Maybe I was watching the punter.
Not sure. Like I said, it's right line of scrimmage, so I'm guessing it's.
Somebody lined up incorrectly.
Yeah, I'm guessing against the offense. So. Yep.
Legal procedure. So I bet you this maybe South just take the ball right where they got it. They got good field position. They're on the positive side of the 50.
Yeah, I think sometimes on these punts you can actually accept it.
Oh,
Take
after
the
the
5
fact.
yards from the punt. I don't know if the legal procedure is one of those in high school or not. So
The Wolves captain, number 72, Jacob Johnson's out there, and Jacob's a big boy.
yeah, so they're going to decline that penalty. So obviously it's one of those. So the Wolves are starting inside the battleground territory at the 48-yard line. So great field position for the Wolves.
Maybe on good field position and on a good defensive stance there. Maybe South Kitsap takes a chance right here with that to one of their wide receivers, either DeAndre or Sam. See what happens. Catch them off guard.
I'm sure they're going to come out in I formation again. It seems to be at least first and second down.
Got single coverage on both receivers out to the outsides.
Yeah, single safeties over on the right-hand side, so
Offside.
both sides. So that'll bring up first and 5 for the Wolves.
That doesn't count as my play, right? They still got an option for. It didn't call the penalty.
So I'm not sure what the Wolves did there, but definitely had battleground moving.
Well, we've all been in high school and have high school. They probably went on 2, right?
Probably.
So.
Going one enough times.
Good job, Wolves, for not jumping on one, right?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds easy, but sometimes it's a tough
Yeah.
mental game when you got all kinds of.
Here we go with the pass to Sam Canton, pass attempt, and
Great call, but
So close. Keep trying though. That was that was a long pass. It was probably 40 yards in the air.
it's a nice ball. Just a little too far out ahead of him.
so that was good coverage by Jordan Miner from Battleground on that. And just overthrown, but he was right there with him too.
Yep,
so it would have been a
100%.
perfect pass. So I like to try you at first and 5. You might as well try to hit the big one.
Great field position and absolutely.
So again, I formation.
Show
2
them
receivers
blitz.
to the right.
They pick it up.
Pick up, and we're going to run off the left-hand side and pick up about 3 yards. That's, I think, number 23, Ben Miller, with the ball. The carry.
Third and 2. Okay, Troy. You picked that last one. What do you got here?
I think they're going to go right back to what the play they just ran, but flip the script onto the little bit wider side there. So most teams predominantly are stronger running to their right-hand side, just by virtue of practice. So I'm calling it right off this right tackle.
Tigers are showing blitz.
And they get everybody up.
And
Great
great run out there, first down and more.
Great job by Miller. He got tripped up and just kept it balanced and kept it moving. So that's a gain of about 12 yards.
I was going to say, Phil, the most impressive part about that run outside of the guys blocking up front, excellent balance, right? Fantastic balance, good core strength. Something I don't have, but that was well done and got good, 8 yards after contact maybe, Phil?
Yeah, that was
Dragging
great.
a couple of would-be tacklers, and he drug them all along. So that was some nice blocking and nice hard running.
First and 10 at the 30. So, Wolves are marching. Battleground's bringing a lot of people every play. So you get past that first line, and the back ran into his own blockers, bounced outside, and got about 4 yards. So
Battleground's getting a little bit of their own medicine. That is, from what I can tell, South's run that same play 3 times in a row successfully. So
Number
I think it's great.
for the Wolves, number 51, George, or excuse me, Trenton George, just powering his block and moving his guy back 2-3 yards. Nicely done.
I love the fact you're paying attention to all those big fellows up front tonight, BP.
I might do that once in a while.
That's nice.
I think he's a little partial to him, personally, but yeah.
Those are your people.
Those are my peeps.
As far as Brian's considered, the bigger the better. So.
What? He's only 250? Come on. Bulk him
No,
up.
that's great.
I appreciate those guys because their names aren't called. You know, you get the quarterbacks, receivers, those running backs.
Yep, 2nd and 6. New running
Wow.
back.
Nice.
Great inside trap there. Good blocking scheme up front.
And that's Jordan Renty for the Wolves going for 4 yards. And Jordan's a sophomore getting some action here.
Let a couple good defenders get penetration by design and then click them off. Run right behind them.
Yep, brings up 3rd and 2. I am pretty sure the Wolves are in 4-down territory at this point anyway, so I almost wouldn't mind seeing him take a shot.
Now the running game's going. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. That means they're passing, guys.
So they come out I formation, 2 receivers on the left side, one
Battleground's
one
expecting
right.
them to run for sure.
And they do run, and he bounces outside
Contain.
Nice speed. Nice speed. Nice speed.
all the way down to the 7-yard line, 6-yard line. So
That's a pickup of.
yeah, we're going to call that 15, 16 yards. So that's again number 28, Jordan Renty for the Wolves. So
I like this drive. For the most part, they're just running the ball hard up the middle. Good blocking by the big fellas. And they took what, 1-2 passes, I think.
Shots downfield. Yeah.
Yep, loosen up the D.
yeah, you know, to be successful in any league these days, if you're going to have good defenses to play against, you need to be able to do both. So, you know, I definitely don't mind those shots.
You know, the Battleground throws those 2 backers up into the middle, and sometimes they come, sometimes one. But the Wolves this drive have handled them, created some running room.
Yep, and here's Renty again. There's a bunch of Tigers there to meet him off the left-hand side there. Didn't quite get fully outside, so no gain.
Right now, with this drive, the first drive, the Wolves were really backed up there, but now they've got a net of about 19, 20 yards. My stats are approximate, but trying to keep track, and that's against about 64 yards on the ground for Battleground. So,
Well, not only that,
it's all positive. It's positive.
not on this. I believe we've held the ball for a good 5-6 minutes on this drive as well. So, good on the kids.
So this is a pass play coming on up.
Maybe
Riley's just going to keep it, I think. He's in. Touchdown Wolves. So that's number 5, Ryland Bain.
So great job by Ryland. I'm not sure. You know, he probably had a run pass option there and took it on his own and was basically untouched into the end zone. So good read and great design.
And there goes the ROTC cannon every time the South Kitsap Wolves score, and every single time I jump.
So that was good design too, because the ball, frankly, was way over on the left-hand hash there, and they let Ryan roll out. Pretty good athlete, and gave him a couple options, and frankly outran the defenders. So a lot of field to play with on that touchdown.
Yep, Chase Peterson in for the extra point.
And we got Sam Canton holding, which could always
Good
create
snap, good
something.
kick.
Good snap, good
Here comes
kick.
the cannon, Brian. Hold on.
I don't think they had a fire.
So
yet.
not on extra points.
So with 125 left in the quarter, it is now 8-7 Battleground. So that was great to see South come on down and
That was, yeah.
get a drive in there.
So their longest play from scrimmage on that drive was maybe. Oh, here comes a
We're going
replay.
to get a
Go
replay
ahead,
of
Phil.
that touchdown here. See Ron go out. It certainly looks like
pretty quick. He just tucks it and he sees that corner.
Good.
Nice block there.
I was gonna say good block on the outside.
Dang it, who was that? I missed the number.
Missed it.
It was a big guy though. I'm sure of it. How do we
Big-
miss? How do we miss the big guy's numbers?
Again, thanks for the camera guys down on the field for the replays and the guys downstairs in the, we'll call it the truck, but the classroom. Thank you for that.
Yeah, nicely done. camera crew.
So Phil, on that last drive, South's longest play from scrimmage was maybe 8 yards or so. So it was really a sustainable drive. There was not a big breakout play. I remember the third down play, which was crucial, where it's 3rd and 2, and we maybe got 7 to 8 yards. But other than that, it was just low and slow the whole time.
Yeah, just marching on down. So that's what we want to see.
See if we have the same philosophy on the kickoff here, and maybe high and just plan on really good coverage, opposed to take risk mitigation, as they say out there, and better to get it into somebody's hands and be on top of them right away, opposed to, like you say, Phil, you generally have really good athletes on the back end of these kickoffs.
So Chase kicks it on off. He's kicking deep this time. Ball's down to about the 10-yard line. Oh, and he falls and slips at about the 24-yard line. So
nice coverage. I think they would have had him had he not slipped, but there was
plenty of Wolves around there.
Both of these teams are not actually stocked with seniors, which is good for both these future programs. I think Battleground has about a dozen seniors. The Wolves have they had 137, I think, kids come up for football this year.
Fielded a C team, JV team,
which is a success right away.
So lots of students playing football, which is great to see. We do get a pass play this time, so gets through big. That's that number 25, Brian, who's doing
Brody
some
Smith. All 6'3", 230 pounds of him, running back, defensive lineman. He's a big boy,
and he gains about looks like 14 on that. 13 on that one. So first true pass play we've seen. We saw a low screen, but anything down.
That was a nice tight end. We used to call it a tight end drag or something across the middle, right? Delayed, and have had a lot of success running. So that was not a super long pass, but well designed by the Battleground Tigers.
So it brings up 1st and 10 from the 37. Now we have a run again, and Wolf is there and trips him up. So gain of just about a yard.
That was Steven again, wasn't it, Mr. Hancock there?
Yeah.
The run? He must be the first one off the bus when they show up at another school, right? Just lead off with him. Here you go, guys. You're going to get him all night. He might as well be the first one off.
The 2nd and 9, pass play again. And it's dropped. So
thrown a little behind him, but he almost had that. He almost made that catch. He's an athlete. I bet you he plays little hoops too.
Yeah, I would think so.
So might be a wrestler.
Could be a wrestler.
Maybe the quarterback was a little bit hurried too. That good pressure by South, straight up the middle, actually, not from the edge where they did record their 1 sack this evening, but good pressure up the middle.
And as Brian well knows, the real athletes wrestle. So
some of the best football players are also wrestlers, or vice versa.
Battlegrounds get stacked receivers on the left-hand side. They will hand off up the middle. Wow, nice cutback. The Wolves go ahead and get him, but not after he picks up about 15 yards. So down to the 40, right about the 48-yard line of South Kitsap.
Good back-end pursuit that time by Sam Canton. Had to come out, was out of the play for a while, but readjusted and tracked Mr. Hancock down from behind.
Well, Sam plays center field on the baseball team, and that's kind of what he does a lot of times on the football team as well. Back there and cleaning up what needs to be cleaned up.
So that's the end of the first quarter with Battleground 8, South Kitsap 7.
Battleground 8, South Kitsap 7.
The
So the Wolves looks like they got about 24 yards positive offense in the first quarter. Battleground closer to 100. I mean, they've got 94 or so yards. And again, that first drive, Battleground really kind of dominated the Wolves and took the Wolves a little bit to get going. So hopefully last week, second quarter belonged all to the Wolves, really, playing Olympia. So it would be great to see him take some steps here and make some progress. So it is 1st and 10 for Battleground. Got man motion, handoff right up the middle again, off the left-hand side rather.
He's having a tough time staying on his feet.
Yeah, the turf's tackled him a couple times.
He,
for some
you know
reason,
what? He's a quick start. It's like he's at full speed when he gets that ball and hits the corner and makes a move and he slipped down. That's at least the second time I've seen him do that. But he's got some speed and power that just is like explosive. Boom.
So that's a gain of 4, and I agree completely with you, Brian. And here we go again, same play. Hits the hole quickly and keeps driving. So that's going to pick up 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the 39-yard line.
Heavy dose of run by the Tigers.
Wolf's got to keep bringing the pack. He's a difficult man to bring down solo. So from what we've seen so far this evening, one pop's not going to get him down, right?
Yeah.
So
His yards
after contact have been substantial.
I don't know if the Tigers throw deep, but this would be a good time to do it. They've been just pounding the middle and then.
Just that tight end drag across the middle.
Nope, they're going to run it again. And he's going to keep his legs moving, so he's going to go ahead and gain that 1st down. So that's only about a 3-yard gain, but that's enough to move the chains.
So Mr. Hancock, for the Battleground Tigers, since it's an away game, he doesn't have to play band at the halftime and sell the popcorn. I mean, what does he do at home games?
I think did he just come off because he's got to pop the popcorn.
So pass play now. Little tight end out in the flats. So that's number 25, Brody Smith, with the reception from Reed Schneider.
Number 19 for the Tigers, Chris Doon, just had a devastating block of a Wolf. Knocked the kid's mouth guard out. It was like, hello.
There's 3 receivers in the pattern that time for Battleground, and actually had okay coverage on him. It's just a good play, well thrown ball, and good catch.
So they'll come on out, and looks like they're bringing the receivers in a little bit. Again, shotgun, and it's another run play. If you watch Mr. Hancock, he starts to lean forward right before the snap when he's getting the ball. So, which is pretty much 80% of the time at this point.
So we don't get to spend any time at practice or anything with the kids, but so far in the passing game, because last week, guys, against Olympia, it sure seemed like there was a lot of receivers that were open. There was nobody within 15, 20 yards of them. Have not seen that tonight, so maybe they shored something up and communicating a little bit better out there tonight.
So it brings up 2nd and 4. Familiar play. Same play. He's only going to go for about a yard. Going to bring up maybe 2 yards. So 3rd down and 2.
At some point, can we just put Mr. Hancock off to the left-hand side for a run and hit repeat?
Yeah, it sure seems that's what to do. And again, kind of look at this as it's probably 4 down territory when you're inside the 20, outside the 15. But so you either just keep pounding it or try taking a shot here. No, let's keep pounding it. And here's Hancock. He's going to gain about 3 yards. So.
It's working, so
why change it?
Why change it?
Let's see if he gets up. I'm sure he's an extremely well-conditioned athlete. See if he puts his hands on his hips here eventually.
Don't think it's going to happen. So that's the ball's now at the 13-yard line for the Wolves, and I don't think he's tired.
No, I don't either. I was going to say, hands are on his hip.
His hands are on his hip. I don't think he's good as
I
tired.
think he was just saying, give me the ball,
more.
right?
Keep feeding me. He's having a fantastic game, that's for sure. Here we go again. He's going to try right-hand side this time, and he's only going to gain. Good job by the Wolves. He's going to gain about a yard. So the Wolves tighten it up inside the 15-yard line here.
Yep, great job by the interior there, for sure.
Brings up 2nd down and Long 8, short 9 yards. So,
I'd watch for that little tight end drag again, or actually it's their halfback back there. Nope, blocked. So,
yeah, they're running that H-back.
yeah, H-back back
25.
there.
Kind of sneak him on out. So that brings up third down again. Both do a pretty good job of stopping that time. Gain of 3 to 4. It's going to bring up third and almost 5 yards to go.
Another critical third down for the kids, and it's time for us to turn it around on this particular one. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, another run play. And he's going to be right about at the first down marker, and I think they're going to give it to him.
It's going to be close.
Yep, so it's going to be first and goal at the 3. So a heavy dose of run again from Battleground, and at this point, I think from the Wolves, I'm getting 8, 9 guys in the box to see if I can stop it. And go one-on-one coverage from the outside.
Not sure you need to be an offensive coordinator to figure out this next play, BP. What do you think?
I think it's going to number 40.
Yeah, and there he goes.
He is a load.
And he's in the end zone. So touchdown Battleground. So let's see. It looks like they're going to go for 2 again. Why not? You just scored from the 3-yard line. You might as well try it again. So it's right now it's 14-7. Let's see if the Wolves can
According to
keep this 2-point try out.
according to our roster that we were given, there's not a kicker listed, unless I'm just missing it. Oh, I missed it. Sorry about that. There is number 39, Bruno Da Silva,
And number 30,
and number 30.
Marcus Reinhardt.
Yeah,
So it's pass play. And DeAndre Davis was a nice hit, but cannot keep number 25, Brody Smith, out for the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good. Now make it 16-7 in favor of the Tigers. So again, the Wolves got to clean up a couple of little things, and I think they make a drive and score. So Brody Hancock was the Week 6 Football Player of the Week.
Yeah, ending on October 12th. So just 2 weeks ago, Battleground Stephen Hancock was the Columbia Prep Football Player of the Week. So beat out Washougal's Brevin Bia for that particular honor. And in that game, Hancock rushed 54 times for 362 yards and 6 touchdowns, and including a game winner in the league win over Heritage.
Did you say 54
times?
If I can believe
54 rushes?
if I can believe Google and the searches, but yeah, so he is accustomed to getting the ball a lot.
Holy moly!
Well, the only problem I see for Battleground is, and happiness for a lot of the teams that they play, is that Stephen Hancock is a senior. So,
Yeah, maybe the Wolves' defensive strategy is just put like 3 or 4 guys on him and let her rip.
54 times.
54 times. I got tired just thinking about that.
I take back my comments that he may get a little winded. So
No.
he's just getting warmed up, fellas.
yeah. It's like having a diesel engine, first 100,000 miles, you're just breaking it in. So, he's certainly showing that he can stay up, keep running the ball. But I don't know what you do. I mean, you basically got one guy doing 80% of the damage against you. I think I'd have my 2 inside backers key.
Head coach Mike Kessler for the Tigers, I think I agree with his play calling right now. When you got a kid like that, and if he's, hey, we're just warming up, he's only ran it 15, 20 times in the first half. He's good for another 60.
So it looks like I'm not sure what the call is on the field right now. Official trying to get something straightened out. It looks like the Wolves will have the ball about the 23-yard line. That's where I stand, but. Oh, we had a face mask call, so they're going to march it off. So the Wolves will get great field position. Bring up to the 38-yard line. So, Brian, I was saying that the Wolves are, have a lot of younger players on this team. Our left guard, starting left guard, is he's a freshman. And again, the JV team is having an excellent season, and C team's doing, decently. So, looking good. Wolves put the ball on the ground.
Jump on it.
Oh, nice play. It was a backwards pass.
I spent a number of years as an elementary principal, and I think that's a play right off the playground.
Well, that was instead of losing about 12 yards.
10-15 recess.
I liked it. Good job, guys. Heady play.
Yep.
He was going to be tackled for a loss after losing the ball, and he saw his quarterback, Ryland Bain, out there and flipped it to him, and, made up most of it.
So, Phil, you were just mentioning that they actually had, the JV team's been successful, and the C team, just the mere fact that there is a C team and a JV football team this year is a win in its own right.
Yep. So that brings up 2nd and 12. Lost to 2. Wolves will throw this time. Pass intended for Canton. And gets knocked down by number, if we turn a little bit, we can see it, number 15 for the Tigers.
I think Sam's a little frustrated there. I think he felt his arms were held down a little bit. He might have a legitimate argument there, but in true fashion, Sam's forgotten about that play and back in huddle.
So number 15 is Lane Landis for the Tigers. And he was right there too, so a little bit underthrown on that ball after overthrowing a couple. So
3rd and long, I'm guessing the Wolves are going to try something out here to the wide side.
They have 2 receivers over on the right, one Sam Canton over here on the left, and there's another pass play. But, Ryan got lucky there. Ball was intended for, I believe it was number 14 or number 24, number 14. And
I actually thought he was going to tuck it and run it right there for a little bit, Phil. But
but he threw it right into a battleground.
Turned to shoulders, and I just happened to watch him. And I think the minute it left his fingertips, he was, So
the Wolves will punt.
Get some good field position here. Nice snap again.
Oh, and Abrams punt's dropped.
Ball's on the ground. Tackle
And looks like the Wolves got it.
The Wolves players think they got it.
Referee's got it.
Yep,
Wolves got
it's
it.
Wolves ball. There's a break they needed.
Yep.
I just did a quick look up, and the starting offensive line for the Wolves cross from left tackle to right tackle, 260, 250, 283, 260, 235. I played at a large high school in Seattle. Granted, it was 152 years ago.
When all the cars were black.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only option
And,
for the car.
and I was one of the bigger guys at 180.
Yeah.
I've got that beat by quite a bit now, but that's a big lineup. That's some big boys.
Yeah, the Wolves take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line battleground. And I think that's why I like to pound it, Brian. There's another run play coming on up.
So, Phil, another area of improvement from over last week is, along with the coverage, it seems to be shored up a little bit on defense for the Wolves. The snaps on the punts have been coming back more brisk today, and they've been getting it off. And some of that might have to do with the pressure that they're receiving, but it's good to see that they're executing their punts relatively stress-free this week.
Yeah, that's, certainly you don't want any punter under duress. The officials calling both captains over, I believe, right now.
Teams might be a little chippy.
So
both experiencing frustrating seasons. Before something has to be called, it's a good idea to get those captains out there and let's make sure we play a clean, good game here. And
the interesting part is what's going to be lost in translation from ref to captain to team. Right?
Yeah. So it brings up 2nd and 7 for the Wolves at maybe 8 yards from the 31.
Bain's just taking the ball under center. Just going to step back, and
Well,
We're
stop
waiting
it to
for-
play again.
we're waiting for an official.
All right.
And the clock starts. Bain drops under center now.
So it's a pass play. He's rolling out to his left. He has an open receiver, and that's Sam Canton inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Mark him out all the way down to 2. So great throw that time by Bain. And nice job by Sam bringing it, getting out. That's a 29-yard gain.
So maybe it was by design to get him right back on the horse there, because that was the same play where we almost threw an interception, and Ryland frankly would say he made a bad choice on that same play, and great job, came right back in, successful pass play.
Yep. So it's 1st and goal from the 2.
Then that was a tough throw. Rolling to his left, a right-handed.
Ben Miller gets the call on 1st down. He's going to get up at least a yard. Brings the ball inside the 1.
But yeah, Ryland rolled to his left, and that's just a tough motion. To be able to throw it that far. Nice job.
Nick, great job by
Let's be honest, Brian. Running is a tough motion for us these days. Doesn't
No, I'm
matter if
talking
it's
about
to the
Ryland.
right
I'm
or
talking
to
about
the Ryland.
Yeah.
Ryland, gotcha.
Running
Yeah.
left, throwing,
Yes.
right-handed.
Turn to shoulders.
We're
And
not-
a good route by Sam Canton as well. Kept his feet in bounds at the end.
And really, that ball was only one person could have caught it, and that was Sam, and so it's not going to be picked off. So
it brings up 2nd and goal from inside the 1. I'm not sure why we have such a long huddle going right now, unless we're trying to kill some time. But because I would think this play would be pretty obvious. I'm punching up the middle. Had success so far. There it is, fullback right up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown.
Signaling the lines.
So that looks like I think the fullback lined up that time was number 44, Richard Nolan.
hey, Richard, there's the gun again. Jump once again. Not that anybody cares about that, but yeah, Richard was he was the phantom player. We didn't on our first game here. We didn't have him on the roster, and so we nicknamed him Tarzan. And he's a tough, hard-nosed player. We like you, Tarzan.
So Chase Peterson in for the extra point, and it's good. So
We've got 3:37 left in the first half, and it's Battleground 16, Wolves 14.
Got ourselves a ball game, boys.
a lot of fun up here watching this game, seeing a lot of good football, a lot of clean football, not a lot of penalties so far.
And something that I'm seeing is that these Wolves, as the kickoff team is getting around the coach and they're giving them the call on those kids that they're bouncing. I mean, they're pumped up, their heads are up. It's just great to see, and they've done a good job of that all season, even though it's been a struggle this year. Hats off to the coaching staff and the players themselves for keeping that positive focus. Hard thing to do.
And remember, it is senior night. We have a lot of the senior parents and stuff in the stands, and I know for all these seniors, it's once could be your last home game. You want to win. Yeah,
For a lot of them,
100%.
this is it.
Yeah.
They're football, and despite the small number in the win column, they'll have great memories about this, and their teammates and their friends and the whole thing. So,
Got the band out of the stands early tonight, waiting for their halftime show. It's always great. Super, super proud, healthy band of South Kitsap High School Wolves.
So here comes the kickoff. More of a line drive type kick, taking it to 15. And down to the 37 or so yard line. So nice run back. Gained about 20 yards on that, 22 yards on the run back. And that's where Battleground will take over.
So we've
37.
So we've kept number 40 on the sidelines for a good 4 or 5 minutes. So it should be good, well, and rested by now.
The good news is that we kept him off the field. The bad news is he's coming onto the field.
And here comes a replay
Yeah,
of
look
that
at that.
pass to Sam Canton.
See, that's a hard throw, and that's on the money.
Yeah.
So another thing that Ryland did great there, looked like just see that he got really good depth when he was rolling out. So
We do get a handoff in the middle, and it's, again, Stephen Hancock with the ball.
He's just warming up. It's only, what, his 20th carry?
Yeah, he's going to gain about 5. So I'm sure Battleground would like to put some more points on the board because South does start the second half with the ball.
I'd like to see Battleground put the ball on the ground right here, Phil. Give us a quick turnaround.
That's a little partisan.
That's very partisan.
Well, that's
Nice
a
play. Oh, who was that?
That's 61, which is, I believe, Marcus Young.
Marcus Young. Senior, 5'7", 211. Defensive lineman. That he just picked him up and manhandled him.
So no gain on that. Brings up third down.
That was a Bobby Wagner tackle right there.
The down marker saying second, but it's third down. Now we got lost standing around. Oh, we have a penalty.
What's this one?
So a penalty against the Wolves.
It's a biggie.
So missed that. I'm not sure what the penalty was. But it looks like it was a 15-yard penalty against the Wolves.
Real quick. Oh, we got a game. I'll pick this up as soon as we have the play. 1st and 10 from the 40.
And here's a shock. Hand off to Hancock, and the Wolves are there. So they've
Stopped
got
him.
that stopped.
I don't know that he got back up to the line of scrimmage.
Didn't get very far, that's for sure.
Real fast here. The Elks Most Valuable Student Scholarship is due online November 5th, and the Daughters of American Revolution Good Citizenship Award has a deadline of November 15th. Students, for your resume to be into the Career Center.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 40, just inside the 40-yard line. Pass play this time.
Well covered.
Well, and that's going to be complete to the tight end, the H-back 25, Brody Smith. And he's going to pick up.
There is a
11 yards.
There's a flag down here.
So, pass interference.
Offensive pass interference.
Pushing off.
So I think what you got was you had a block, in the downfield basically before he caught the ball. I don't know if it was a pick play or push off but obviously South Kitsap will take that penalty and push it back. I don't think.
There's a player.
There's a player. I was wondering why everybody's on their
Right here on the
knee.
sidelines. I me too, but there's a player down there. It looks like a South Kitsap player on the sidelines is being attended to by a very professional staff down there.
Well, for all home games, whether it be here at Kitsap Bank Stadium or otherwise in the state, there's always an attending physician. Usually it's somebody in the neighborhood or neighborhood community who volunteers his or her time. And of course, there's usually paramedics on standby just in case, and hopefully not ever needed. South Kitsap has an outstanding athletic med program here. They've won numerous state as well as national recognition for their knowledge and skills and all that. So whoever it's down is being well taken care of.
And this one, he does have his helmet off and was moving his arms and his neck. I think it's a lower leg injury. It looks like from here.
I did not see him go down. Of course, it's on the sideline, so with all the other players.
It'd be very difficult to to see that from our angle. It happens in front of us, but with the team standing up, you wouldn't see it. So,
Well, let me give it while we're waiting here, and we don't get any information from the field, so we can't give you, particulars. Looks like he's getting up though. Well, let me real quick another announcement. This is for students and really parents. The second file your FAFSA night.
yeah, it's Sam Canton, I believe. So that is Sam, and that is his dad is one of the coaches, so he does have his parents right here.
That's the athletic trainer that's working. He's got a pretty tough limp on that left leg.
Yeah, something knee, ankle, something wrong, lower leg injury.
Well, let's just hope it's one of those quick ones, that sting like crazy for a short time and nothing permanent for Sam.
So anyway, the second night to file your FAFSA, which is the applications and whatnot that you need to do for scholarships, is next Wednesday, November 6th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Career Center here at South Kitsap High School. Parents should come in and get all the paperwork completed and put this hurdle to college enrollment behind them. So it's easy to do. Call the high school office, the Career Center, with any questions.
So it brings up second down and 25 yards. And it's a pass play. Ball gets tipped, and the defender is right there. It is complete for about 5 yards. Maybe 6 yards. We'll give him 6 yards on that one. So it brings up third down. There is only about 1:30 left in the half, so
And we got us a ball game, 16-14.
yeah, the South just wants to stop him right here. Don't let him in the end zone, and kind of be good to go. I think I'd be moving my safety back a little bit, make sure we have, nobody gets behind us. So another pass play for Battleground. Let's throw it up, a wide open receiver, and he drops it. Lucky for South Kitsap there. That would have been enough for a first down.
That was touchy. He stretched out to get that. Hey, got a little tip on a possible halftime presentation that when we're off, but on the TV, on the broadcast. Scott Yingling is a former South Kitsap staff member, highly popular, taught theater, was a coach, went to school here. Anyway, he now is employed by Battleground, and the crack staff and students found an old video of him, and I've heard that might just be on. So friends and family of Scott Yingling, watch for that at halftime.
So Battleground doesn't go back and punt. South will just let the ball bounce, get away from it, and with about 2.5 seconds left. It's 16-14.
So, Phil, do you take a couple shots downfield here, or do you run it up the middle and go into halftime with some momentum? You're in a good ball game. Regroup, and South does get the ball, right? Remember a
flag has just gone. I believe it's on the sideline, or the coach of Battleground. He was out having a conversation with the line judge, and probably not talking about dinner plans.
Well, it sounds like they are going to get him on sportsmanlike, because they just told Battleground to back up. So that's going to change your.
Was not asking him for a Kit Kat bar from last night, I bet.
So that's a 15-yard penalty, and that gives South the ball at their 38-yard line. I think that changes what you might be thinking on offensively. You do have 3 timeouts left. So
Okay, Troy, are you going to your perfect record of predicting the play? You going to put that on the line?
Well, I don't know
right
about
now?
perfect record. That's
Just hey, the audience has already forgotten. So
gotcha.
So
I like the depth that Ryland took on his last time when he rolled out to the left. That is the wide side of the field again. So DeAndre is ironically taken off out to that side at the wide receiver. So let's see what happens. Maybe he'll roll left, and the South Kitsap try to open it up here a little bit.
he's going right to DeAndre, and DeAndre makes a catch.
So I was kind of
South
right
needs to be calling timeout right now.
And they did.
Okay.
An
Here comes the replay.
amazing catch.
Here comes the
Getting
replay.
replay on this one, so
Watch this catch, guys. This is true athleticism right there.
goes on
Boom.
up, gets it, he holds onto it, and then it gets poked out. So
Well, they said it was complete.
And also
Don't let the sorry, Troy. Don't let the officials see that replay.
it's not on the big screen up here, so it's on a very little screen.
and
so-
also great job by the offensive line, giving Ryland plenty of time to throw that ball as well. So,
See, Troy, you're
good
coming
job.
around
I know,
to the
there
big
you are,
guys.
softy.
So,
Yeah.
so South has the ball in 37. They used their first time out. They were on the battleground. So,
So Phil, in 2 plays with the penalty, I mean, I'm including the penalty on one of it. I mean, they've gained, 35, 40 yards. So mentality shifted from let's see what's going. Now they got a chance to maybe score on two straight possessions since if they get one here and then get it right coming out of the halftime as well.
yeah, exactly, Troy. You know, I'm not sure what Chase Peterson's range might be, but I'd even take 3, then going in with the lead. So,
Absolutely.
Forget the field goal. Touchdown, guys.
but yeah.
Hey, students or parents for your students, if you're looking for a job over the Christmas holiday season, check out the Career Center's job board for openings at the Kitsap Mall. Many employers are now starting hiring for the holidays. So if you're looking for a job, check in with the Career Center. Think they'd hire me?
I was going to say, have you
No.
been checking in, Brian? So South has 1st and 10. Again, it looks like the teams are ready to go. This is not a media timeout because we're ready to go. So not sure what the holdup is right now.
I wonder if they're talking about whether they caught the ball or not, Phil.
You know, a little
Oh,
bit
you know-
late because South called the timeout.
And
so-
I saw a member of the staff, the South Kitsap staff, just mentioning or motioning up to the clock upstairs. Maybe they're trying to put a couple more
No,
seconds.
there was another flag.
Another
It's
flag.
another penalty, 15-yard penalty against Battleground. Another
Wow.
unsportsmanlike penalty against Battleground.
Don't whistle. I thought that was feedback.
So now the ball's at the 22-yard line, 22, 20 and a half maybe. And you can't be too upset with the Battleground if that was one of the players or something because I don't know if I would have called that a completion myself, but I'm not on the field, so we'll take the ref's call. So another pass play. Oh, DeAndre slips
That
at
Ryland
the
took
10-yard.
Ryland just took a look, quick 2-step drop and let it go. And unfortunately, DeAndre coming out of his cut slipped down.
Yep, and you know DeAndre's fast. He doesn't need much room. And half a step, I think, is enough to get him going. So that play only took a couple of seconds. We still have 45 seconds left. Clock stops on an incomplete pass. And the officials are calling an official timeout again. I think they want to enjoy the night sky. Or
Yeah, pause on the field.
Well, I'm going to be Mr. Positive here. They want to get the calls right and make sure it's done correctly.
it was an incomplete pass.
Not arguing, but that's several plays ago, so they're done.
Yeah,
It's in the books. It was a completed pass, guys.
I'm talking last play.
Oh well, I know that.
So
You know, I saw a lot of energy from Bain, the quarterback. He's getting that call in and you know, making sure that all his players know the play, and he's talking, and you can just by his body language and his movement, it's just super positive.
South has the ball on the 23. 2nd down, 10. Another quick pass. And it is to DeAndre. He's inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. So South looks like the ball's stopped and moved the chains. I'm not sure if South's going to call timeout or not. Nope, the clock's starting. South
Down to 30
needs
seconds.
to call timeout, guys. So South does call timeout after losing about 5 seconds to the play, but they have the ball on the 3-yard line.
I think the Wolves coaches are, because I heard a whistle and looked over at the clock, and it still ticked. And it's hard. We're closer to the field than the clock person who's keeping it, and it's hard to tell. They're not supposed to start the clock without the indication from the referees.
Well, the referee gave the indication to start the clock. I saw that going, and I was surprised we didn't call timeout right then and there.
Well, hopefully we only need 5 seconds to score here, not 29. So.
Well, I believe we still have one more timeout, so that's enough to get a couple plays off. So 29.3 left.
And they've done a nice job of being quick with their calls, even when the clock has been rolling. Bain's doing a nice job of managing things there and getting the play started.
I think if I'm South Kitsap, I might be calling 2 plays right here. Run, call timeout. Oh, pass play, same play Ron scored on before. And he's in the end zone, but there's a flag.
Got a holding on the corner.
It's going to be, holding on, going around the edge right there. So
that's too bad. That's a nice call. I like that play. I think I was thinking that they're going to call that one.
It's a nice call. We scored on it the first time, but this time I think Battleground was able to get outside, and I think one of our players just tried to get a little bit further outside and couldn't quite get in front of him to make the block. So that'll cost the Wolves 10 and put the ball back on about the 13-yard line, I would say.
Costly penalty.
Ryland's coming over to get the play from the coach, and I agree with you. Maybe a couple of plays here. They do have the one timeout, so they're probably giving a little coaching on. Same play left side, guys. What do you think?
Well, they've placed the ball on the right hash, so look for that rollout maybe to the left. They still have plenty of time. Like I said, Phil, they got another timeout, and if they pass, if it's incomplete, the clock will stop.
It's still first down.
Yeah, and coach just needs to be standing, ready to run up to that lineman and do something. We do have a pass play to DeAndre, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there. Ball, again, a little bit underthrown. Allowed the defender to get there. But I like the call, take your shot. It only takes a few seconds.
Got only, 4 seconds ran off the clock there. Got 3 more downs.
Yeah.
Down below, we can see still on the trainer's table is number 37, Sam Canton. He's talking to everybody and whatnot, but he's standing on the table.
So second down, goal to goal. Another same play. And DeAndre's got it for a touchdown. Touchdown, Wolves. Basically, same play, ball thrown just a little bit further, and there you go. Can you get replay that coming?
Nice ball, nice catch. I didn't jump that time, guys.
So just a nice, put some air under that, let DeAndre catch it.
And you know what? We're complimenting the pass and the catch, which it should be done. Nice camera work. I don't know which camera that was, but nicely done. Followed that ball right in. Great shots, guys.
Unlike the NFL, we don't have 25 cameras going here, folks. We only have a couple of them. They did an awesome job, so we get that replay to you.
Awesome job from ball leaving the quarterback hands all the way into the receiver's hands on a nice high arcing pass. So not easily done.
So 15 seconds left in the half, and the Wolves are up 20-16. And I'm not sure who called timeout on that one.
What did you just say, Phil? Wolves are up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Good job.
15 seconds left in this first half, and the Wolves are up 20-16, guys.
Yeah, there's extra points still to come. So let's.
Might be 21, and he's pretty sure-handed or sure-footed, really, with that.
Well, that brings up a good point. Who's the holder on the PATs? Sam Canton, right?
Sam.
Not now.
Well, no. So I'm sure they have a backup and plan, but
they do. They're going for 2.
Going for 2.
What do you call here? It's in the middle of the field, so you're probably not going to see the quarterback sprint to the corner. He's under center.
So we do have
Offsides.
movement, I believe. Not sure if they got drawn off or if they jumped off.
I don't see a flag.
It's right there. He just picked it up.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it.
There's a lot of movement in the middle. Right. Procedure call.
So we have
no,
offsides.
offsides on defense.
So that put the ball at the 1.5 yard line.
Probably a hard count there, wouldn't you guess, and made him jump.
Yeah.
And
Now,
you don't in high school. You don't have to make contact.
just cross the line. in high
Just cross the
school.
line.
I'm looking for Richard Nolan, 44, getting the ball on fullback
Tarzan,
dive.
go for it. I'll go with that. Troy, you want to throw in 2 cents here?
I'm looking for number 24, DeAndre.
No, we're both wrong. It's just the halfback, and he's in for 2 points. So Wolves score.
Ben? Got Ben Miller. Great run, Ben.
So great job. Here comes the replay. Just up the left-hand side right there.
He was not going to be denied.
No, great.
Lowered his
Ball
head and
forward
powered
the
in
whole
there.
time.
So the Wolves will be kicking off here with 15 seconds left in the half, but lead 22-16, taking a 6-point lead. They just really want to take that into the half.
Great shot of the band. And, well, I don't know. It was a favorite commercial of mine years ago. It was like, let me upgrade. What's with all the replays tonight up in the booth for us? This was fantastic.
Yeah, they're doing a great job down in what we like to call the truck. So
Down in the truck.
I'm gonna guess that this ball is gonna be kicked on the ground, but kicked as far as possible on the ground for try to minimize the return.
I would agree. I'm certainly not going to give it to one of their return men.
No. Hard knuckleball. Right? Right on the ground somewhere.
Kick it long, kick it low. Clock doesn't start until one of the battleground players touches it.
So Chase Pearson's ready for kickoff. Here we go. And it is a nice skipping bounce. It is touched by Battleground.
Nice
That's a
tackle,
good
nice
tackle.
coverage.
Excellent job by the coverage team.
Great coverage team. Yep. Tackled him about, what, 22, 23-yard line down there?
Your battleground, what do? Do you try to do a Hail Mary here once or twice, or do you just hand off and...
Well, if there's 100 ping pong balls in the bag and 99 of them had Stephen
Number
Hancock's
40.
name on it, so I'm guessing that's
That's
what
a
they're
pretty
reaching
fair bet.
into.
That's a pretty fair bet. If they don't just take a knee and
Because frankly, he's not slow either. I mean, he could break any
well,
of
the
these
thing
at any
is,
given
he gets the ball. He's at full speed after his first step.
Yeah, South is bringing their safeties back.
Ball snapped, and he takes the
Take
knee.
it in.
So
All right.
Take it into
they're gonna
halftime,
take it into-
regroup, see what the heck
Right
happened.
halftime, and Wolves come out and get the ball.
So at the end of the first half, South Kitsap is leading. That's right, leading 22-16. For halftime this evening, we'll have South Kitsap's marching marching band, followed by videos by the SK students, and one special video is what we're being told. So enjoy the halftime, and we'll be back with the second half.
Tonight, the band will be performing songs from the 2019 show Roadtown Magic. The band is under the direction of the SKHS drum majors, Sarah Reedy, Courtney Nelson, Ann Petalkingan, and Jillian Ciarelli. Tonight's featured songs are Get Ready, Dancing in the Street, Stop in the Name of Love, I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie, Honey Bunch, Reach Out and I'll Be There, featuring Tim Reedy on trumpet, I Want You Back, ABC, Sir Duke, Superstition, and Track of My Tears featuring Tim Reedy on trumpet. The band would like to thank Port of Ireland, Jimmy John, and the Pancake House for feeding the band before the games this season. Also, a big thanks to the senior band members, section leaders, parents, and the South Kitsap School District for their dedication and hard work in supporting the band.
Guys, I'm really getting frustrated trying to motivate you. I've tried everything I know to get you to do your work, and I failed. So I've had to go to the extraordinary lengths to bring in a motivational speaker. So I can't bear to even be in this classroom anymore. Mr. Matt Foley is going to work with you.
What's this all about?
I don't know, but it should be pretty good, huh? Motivational speaker. Excuse me that we're a little lazy.
How we doing? My name is Matt Foley. I am a motivational speaker. I've been divorced 3 times, and I live in a van down by the river. Now, your teacher said you guys need all about a little motivation. And I'm sure you think you can grab the world and put it in your pocket. Well, I guarantee you'll be living in a van down by the river and eating a steady diet of government cheese. Son, what do you want to do with your life?
Matt, I was kind of hoping I'd be a producer when I grow up.
Well, what the freaking Hey, I don't know, that looks like Spielberg over there to you. My sight isn't real good. I've broken my glasses. You'll have plenty of time to produce when you're living in a van down by the river. Son, what do you want to do with your life?
Kind of wanted to live in a van down by the river.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to live in a van down by the river when you're living in a van down by the river. Now, you're probably thinking that you can do anything you want to do. Well, that's a load of crap.
I thought you were supposed to be a motivational speaker.
Yeah, what's this all about?
I know.
Kids,
Pretty good.
sometimes I wish you just shut your big fat yappers. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Matt, how can I get back on track? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be your pals. I'm going to be your amigos. We're going to wrestle around. I'm going to be your shadow. Here's you. Here's Matt. There's you. There's Matt. Oh, whoopsie daisy. I tell you, I'm going to go get my gear and come back in here because I'm tired of living in a van down by the river.
Matt, we'll be all right, man. No.
Hey, you just, we'll be okay with that. Oh my.
What are we gonna do, man?
Nuts.
We gotta.
I don't know.
Now that fall has officially arrived, many of us at South Kitsap have already had or know someone that has come down with a sore throat, a runny nose, or other symptoms. We often refer to these mild illnesses as a common cold. They are caused by a group of viruses known as rhinoviruses, in which scientists have identified over 160 illness-causing strains. Here to tell us a little more about rhinoviruses is our very own Miss Coulson and Miss Salaki from SK Science Department.
Sorry. So the rhinovirus, it belongs to a group of viruses called the coronaviruses, which are a group that cause the common cold.
And you have the rhinovirus that is you're shedding out from your nose. All those particulates, all those little droplets are carrying thousands and thousands and thousands of these little rhinoviruses, and then other people will come and breathe them in.
Luckily, researchers from Stanford University and the University of California, San Francisco envision a day when common cold is a thing of the past. First published in the Journal of Nature Microbiology, senior author Dr. Jan Karet and his team found a way to stop the progression of cold viruses inside cells. They found out that a gene known as SETD3 codes for a protein used to speed up the replication of the virus that makes someone obtain the common cold. Genetically modified lab rats lacking the SETD3 gene were immune to 2 viruses that normally would kill them. The team tested the technique using human cells in petri dishes and found the viral replication was up to 1,000 times lower in human cells lacking SETD3. Which has the team believing that they could take out the unneeded section without any harm to the individual. While human trials are still a long way off, future generations may one day have nothing to sniffle about. Stay healthy, SK.
Early in the morning, it's dark outside. You definitely shouldn't be trying to hide from all the cars probably cannot see you if you get hit by a car. I wouldn't wanna be a take a look in the mirror before you go, and make sure you're wearing some lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. White or neon, reflective too. A hat or a shirt will certainly do. And if you're driving, make sure you're paying attention, cause you don't want to go to jail. I mean, that would be horrible if you actually hit somebody with your car. You would have to live with that for the rest of your life. What would you do?
Mental health in high school students have some of the most unhealthy percentages to today's date. In 2017, according to the U.S. Health and Human Services, 31% of high schoolers said they felt sad and hopeless every day for at least 2 weeks. Following that, 17% of high schoolers said they actually considered attempting suicide. The stress and depression someone can hold can take away their identity, but you do not have to fight this battle alone. Your teachers, your peers, and other adults all care about you. There's always an outlet for you and you to talk about how you feel. And together, we can break the stigma of negative connotation in talking about mental health. You are not alone.
See that? Oh, you don't? This is how a lot of people look at bus stops early in the morning. Even a simple cell phone flashlight could save your life. Add bright clothes and reflective surfaces, and it's even better. Protect yourself and others. Be seen, be safe.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for the second half. I'm Phil Nenninger, and I'm here with Brian Pickard and Troy Larson. I understand we had some audio problems going into halftime, and we had to reset the all of the audio controls and everything during halftime so we could actually be heard during the second half, because I'm sure you all love to hear our voices.
Our golden tones.
We do apologize for that. I think again, the students down there did a great job of recovering and making it so we're ready for the second half. So, starting the second half, the Wolves are up.
And the Wolves will be receiving the ball.
Yeah, fantastic. And it was so nice to see at the end of the second, or actually halfway through the second quarter there and towards halftime, that Rylan and DeAndre sure connected a lot of dots together on a couple of really nice pass plays and strong finishes by DeAndre as well. So it's great. They're going to receive the ball here, and let's hope they march right down and extend their lead.
Yeah, and
just a little injury update. I found out that Sam Canton tweaked his ankle. He's done for the night, but he should be okay. So nothing serious. That was good to hear.
That's great news.
We don't like to see any of these student athletes on any team have to, come on off the field and for an injury. They do a great job of playing, keeping their grades up and everything. So look forward to that. So Battleground is getting ready to kick off to South Kitsap to start the second half here.
See if they drive the ball deep, Phil, or if they're going to pooch kick it and just hope for good coverage here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like once again the officials have stopped play as they're waiting for something. I'm not sure what they're waiting for here. Don't see anything on the field.
Maybe the clock.
Clock looks like it's set.
As Phil mentioned before,
we do see Sam Canton coming out to the field. He's in uniform and he's got crutches, but
he's not using them.
He's not using them.
Good job, Sam. Just to let you know, and as Phil said earlier in the broadcast, that next Thursday, that the South Kitsap crossover game will be held here at 7 p.m. next Thursday, November 7th. It will not be broadcast, though, from what I've been told.
So it is a pooch kick. When the back stick, there are two of them together. That could have been deadly. I think South did get the ball, but they got a call for it. And
Just like to see a little bit better communication on those, Phil. Two people standing there, they were shoulder to shoulder.
yeah, and you have to be able to feel they were literally on top of each other.
Talk to your buddy. Talk to your buddy.
But South will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30, so not bad field position for South. They should have some momentum. They do have the lead. And we'll see what goes on from here. I would expect South to start out this half kind of pounding the ball again. So they come out in I formation, two receivers to the right, one to the left. And they are passing, running right up the middle. And they're going to gain about 2 yards.
Yeah, I bet you they had a great conversation at halftime, Phil, right? So they haven't gone into halftime with the lead a whole lot this year, so it feels different to them, right? Halftime is probably different, probably less adjustments, and frankly, probably a lot more enthusiasm with the kids and paying attention and getting some good coaching by the coaching staff.
Yeah, I think they did have something like a 15-13 lead in the third game of the season. That was an away game. I wasn't at it, and just didn't score in the second half. So let's hope that's not the case here. We do have a handoff. Kind of gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. Might have lost a yard or two. Tried to go outside to the right.
Ryland carried out an excellent fake because I thought he still had the ball. So he rolled to the left, but he'd already handed off.
Looks like we do have a penalty against South Kitsap.
Officials talking to the captain, Brody Smith.
And it is declined. There was a loss on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd down. And it's going to be 3rd down and about, let's go 11 yards.
So there's plenty of time left in the game, but this feels like kind of an important 3rd down. They had a lot of momentum going into halftime. They came out, got the ball. I'd like to see them get a little sustained drive here. So I get it. There's lots of time left to play, but let's see if Ryland can roll out to the left here and complete a pass.
Guys just drop straight back. He's looking for DeAndre. And it's incomplete.
I think DeAndre turned defensive back there.
Yeah.
A little bit. That was about ready to be intercepted, and good defense.
If you go throw 50-50 passes, that's what you need your receiver to do. If you're not going to catch it, don't let them catch it either. So.
Hey, the total offense for both teams was pretty close, and again, these are not exact or official statistics, but South Kitsap had a combined 110 yards in the first half to 138 by Battleground, and that's, of course, plus or minus a little bit.
So South is back to punt. Good blocking. Nice kick by Chase, and fair catch is called.
Ooh. Stay close to them on those punt things. I have a tendency to put it on the ground.
So, and Battleground take over at their own 34-yard line. I have heard that we have about 140 people listening on YouTube, so welcome, and I know we are nationwide. So, and I'm also told that we're live in Battleground. So, again, we do try to do the best we can to stay positive and stay as neutral as we can, but we do have a lot of ties to South Kitsap. So.
Well, and kudos to, I don't know, maybe the 60, 65 people that made the trek up here from Battleground. So
that's
got to leave like at 10 a.m. these days to get up here from down there.
With that traffic.
So Battleground takes over, and here's a shock. It's a handoff to number 40.
And he's not going down until now.
So that's Stephen Hancock.
A late flag come in, so either a personal foul, a push in the back, just right at the very end of that play.
Maybe a face mask? Who knows? We're just guessing.
We'll see. But he picked up 13, and we'll see what the flag is.
He was not going to be denied. Would love to know how many times he's carried the ball. It's a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just got arrested halftime, so he's ready to go.
They're talking to the Wolves captain there, so it looks like maybe it's something on the Tigers. That's too bad because that was a nice run.
Well, the Tigers, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's not the Battleground's been doing a nice job up front, getting some good blocking schemes or opening some holes, but unfortunately, and then Stephen Hancock, once he gets hit a couple yards downfield, then he manages to gain a couple more yards. So, point of contact for him is not the first where he goes down.
Nope, it's actually against the Wolves.
It is.
And it's
Is that targeting, Phil?
Yep.
That's a big one.
So it's a blow to the head, targeting, whatever you want to call it. So that's 15 yards added onto that.
Yeah, he threw it right in the pile at the end of there, so that makes sense on the call.
So the ball's at the South Kitsap 38-yard line. Battleground out in this familiar formation with single back, Steve Hancock back there. Receivers on both sides. H-back. There's a pass, quick pass play.
It was tipped.
Tipped by Ben.
Yep. Ben Miller, number 23, tips that. So coming in from his linebacker slot. So that's great play, great defensive play.
They coach him up. If you can't get to the quarterback, get those hands up, and good things happen just like that.
Second down, I think they're going to, my guess is Battleground's going to minimize some risk here on this play, and I'd look for number 40 just right off to the right-hand side.
How about the left-hand side?
Or the left side.
Just strike him out. Nice tackle by number 26, and that's Dylan Murray. So excellent job keeping
Great tackle.
More. So I'll bring up third and about 6 yards to go.
There's a lot of underclassmen that are making some excellent contributions to the Wolves, and considering that their JV and C squad had pretty successful seasons with, I was told 4-4 for each team. I was also told the C squad did a little better than that, so we're not really sure.
It's going to get intercepted.
Two Wolves kind of took the ball out of each other's hands. So
again, though, Phil, nice to see two actually Wolf defenders on that receiver down there, opposed to last week where we saw a lot of open receivers. So looks like the Wolves have spent this week shoring up their back end a little bit, and great defensive play. DeAndre was back there, and number 17 also Jacob looks like he was on the coverage.
Yeah, I think he's filling in for Sam Canton right now. So it is 4th down, 6 yards, and Battleground's going for it. Another pass play, throwing long ball, and DeAndre knocks it down or picks it off. Looks like he picks it off. Kind of wish he had just knocked it down.
Yeah, it's hard to teach him not to catch it, right?
That's a tough one.
So it is South Kitsap's ball. They'll take over on about their 7-yard line. Unfortunately, they could have had it up by the 32. So, but again, what do you do?
Back to a point I was making about the JV and the C squad and the underclassmen. They're setting up a good foundation, and we're replaying that last play. It was a nice interception. I agree, he should have knocked it down, but it was a nice interception. He's probably going, oh yeah, should have knocked that down. But that's all right, good play.
So Wolves will run the ball up the middle. Nice run. Go gain some yards with the flag.
Back to that play by DeAndre, even watching the replay, thanks to the guys in the truck. DeAndre's closing speed on his last 3 or 4 steps, whether it's making a tackle or, in that particular case, defending a play, it's impressive, and it actually pops out on the screen.
So penalty is going to be against Battleground, looks like. So that'll help out South Kitsap.
A lot of discussions this evening during these flags.
There seems to be, yeah. I couldn't agree more, Troy. They're.
So they got to call the game and get it what's right. But I think we made a point.
Something big. It's 15 yards.
Yep.
It's been an anomaly this evening, and most of the penalties, it seems like tonight, have been of the 15-yard caliber, whether it's personal fouls from the side of the bench.
And I never saw a signal from the head official, so I'm not sure what that call was, but might have been a face mask or something. He wasn't a pack.
Face mask, yeah.
So
Was thrown by the back judge.
Nice play. Big
nice
hole.
play, big hole for, looks like Ben Miller. He's on his feet, stay on his feet. Does a great job with his balance, brings the ball up to the 44-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 17.
Wow, so the first 10 yards on the offensive line for that one. Good job, guys. Had a huge hole to run through. Second back half, and that was Ben just basically having fantastic balance and breaking multiple tackles.
Yeah, I wish he wasn't having to have that balance and being able to run, though. I think there was nobody else in front of him. So.
No, I'm with you, Phil. I thought that one had a chance there for a second. But either way, very, very successful play. Ran hard.
Yeah, brings the ball to the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for South Kitsap. Come out I formation, 2 receivers to the left. They go right to the right.
Nice spin move.
Nice spin move. Basically gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a half a yard. So that'll be Jordan Renty again.
Feels like they're going to go wide side on this play, Phil. We're way on the right-hand hash. They've run 3 or 4 plays to the right. See if we can catch them off balance, or see if South Kitsap can catch them off balance a little bit. Did I say we? I'm not playing, right? So see if South Kitsap catches them off balance.
You're there. That's just support, Troy.
Looks like you're wearing pads, Troy. So.
Well, he's padded.
Yeah.
So again, now we go off to the left-hand side. That's Ben Miller again, driving his legs, gaining about 6 yards, 7 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 3.
You know what I like watching Ben when he's running through the holes like that? First of all, he generally has 2 hands wrapped around the ball.
And
I think we have a flag on the play. We do down at the. And it's going to be holding against South Kitsap. So.
And I also really like how he keeps his shoulders very square going through the line of scrimmage too. So that helps with his balance as well.
Yeah. So that's going to bring 2nd down back up, and it looks like it's going to be about 19. Brings the ball back down to the 36-yard line, South Kitsap. So, yeah, 2nd, let's call it 20.
That's too bad. That was a nice run, nice hard run up the middle, or off to the side, left side, and to get called back. This is where these penalties will just kill you.
Yeah.
You get your momentum. I was going to say something about South Kitsap's momentum in rolling here, and then there's a penalty or 2, and it's all of a sudden just stopped.
So I formation, 2 receivers on the left, 1 right, and we're going to run the ball to the left. And that looks like it's Ben Miller again. He's going to gain about 10 yards. We're back up to the line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 10 to go.
See how square he was, Brian, coming through the hole there, and I think it really gives him an advantage on when he's goes through there a little bit like a pinball. It's got great balance, but he runs very, very, very straightforward and has a square presence as he's going through all that traffic.
Well, nice thing again, Ben's another junior that we have on the team.
Oh, fantastic,
so he'll be back again next year. I formation again. And this time we're going to have an end around. Good, great block against DeAndre Davis. Oh, they're calling a hold on that.
That was right in front of the ref too, so we couldn't see up here, but it was a well-designed play, and got to let them go if they're not going to make the play.
Yep, and you're not going to catch DeAndre. He could have released earlier, so that's one of the issues when you get kind of a young team. So that's going to bring the 2nd 10-yard penalty against South Kitsap. So.
Ryland's only a junior too. Ryland Bain, the starting quarterback for the Wolves, so he's coming back next year. So again, I'm excited. They're starting to make a little noise and progress, and good organization, good coaching, and
great announcers.
Well,
that last play is the kind that's really, really, really tough on coaches. I bet you they've been holding that play in their bag all night long to set them up for an appropriate time, and then just make a mental error.
Yep, 3rd and 21. And we'll go back to throw the ball to DeAndre. And we have pass interference calls, what we're going to get on that one. So, sometimes I disagree with the call, even if it's for the home team. That one I do, with was pretty obvious out there. They kind of bodied up, but
So will that ball go, is it the spot of the foul, or is it just 15 automatic first down?
I believe high school's 15 automatic first down.
I watch too many of the pro games, and so that's not a good thing.
And I have to admit, they change the high school rules sometimes, and I don't catch it, but it looks like he's marking off 15, so.
Phil, they are looking for new, additional officials. I think that,
Well, I would just like to see one play here without a penalty. I think maybe that's the third or fourth play in a
There's
row.
three
So
real
that's
good-looking
what I
guys
would do.
on the screen right now. With all the athletes out there, and the band, and the dance teams, and cheerleaders, I think, and you're going to show us. It's good thing that it doesn't show a Halloween cookie in my mouth.
It's actually somehow it's third down, so.
So we were kind of right, but kind of wrong.
Yeah, I thought to get the automatic first down with that one, but I guess not. So South's going to come on out and punt from the 50. I think they're thinking, they did this earlier in the game. Got a good punt from Chase Peterson.
Does South have a fake punt in their playbook?
Well, last
good
fake
time.
punt,
It's the last game. See what happens.
Last fake punt I can remember from South Kitsap was Leon Liddell about 10 years ago, running. I think it was 88 yards down in Olympia. So.
And he's coaching these days over at Central.
At Central,
correct? So
Central Wildcat coach.
He's not going to.
Receiver coach and recruiting coordinator.
First year at the Wildcats this year, correct?
Yep.
It's his alma mater, right?
No? He went there for a while.
Went there for a while. That's right.
Yeah.
And then transferred. So. Chase gets in. It's going to be a short punt.
High punt.
Straight up and down. So the ball will be down to 24-yard line. Not his best effort, about 26 yards. He's done a lot better sometimes. But
hang time was about a minute and a half, though.
Well, I was going to say the hang time. There's nobody going to return that one. That's for sure. I think he's trying to get it high to get people down and get it down it inside the 20, and he just missed a little bit. But
the Wolves' offense there was, you could make an argument that saying, it was kind of hit and miss there a little bit. They had a little bit going, and then they got called for a couple of untimely penalties and all that, but they chewed up a lot of clock.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, to be honest with you, that Battleground's not just running the ball quite a bit more.
Isn't that all they've done?
Well, they did try to throw it a couple times, so South is there right now. They stop Hancock for 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Like how Battleground has this, I guess it's called a mush huddle or a mash huddle. They just all look over the sidelines and they're getting the plays from their coaches, and then they go straight to the line.
So they have stacked receivers on the right side. It's going to be Hancock just gets on the outside, number 20 from South Kitsap. I think that's Shoemaker.
Slater Shoemaker. A sophomore.
Almost got in there for to make a play, but basically just got a little bit outrun. I think Hancock was just a little bit quicker than him.
Good effort, though.
Yeah, brings up 3rd down and 4.
Got sent 2 guys really wide out here to the left and stacked them up on the wide side of the field. So I've not seen these 2 stacked up out here together tonight, but still going to go back to bread and butter and Mr. Hancock the ball. So all this other stuff is just glitz and glamour off to the sides.
The 2 officials, kind of different where they marked it, and he's going to be short right now, so it's going to bring up 4th down. I don't know why they even have to. Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't even have to measure this.
No measuring.
So, and Battleground's going for it.
If I was a betting man.
Let's see. I'm going to guess.
Here we go. Bow your backs, kids.
Number 40.
Yeah. And he's going to get the 1st down.
And then some.
Gain of about 4 yards on that play. That's one of those where if South can make a play, that would change the game. So, kind of a lost opportunity for your defense there to stand up. But
if you're going to script this thing for Battleground, you want them to drive down and score. For the Wolves, you want to get a defensive stop here about midfield, keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yep, here's a quick pass. The Wolves are there. Oh, nice play by the receiver.
Got to wrap him up.
Yep, could have been stopped for a loss. Instead, he fights his way for about a 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain, yeah. So I think that play was set up from a couple plays before when they had those stacked receivers outside. I haven't seen that too much tonight.
I saw it a couple of times earlier, but yeah, no, I agree with you. Definite setup for that play. They even faked as if he's catching it a couple of times to set it up. So
I look for the Tigers to go wide side here. They got a pretty wide field to the right. Nope. Back up the middle.
Go right up the middle. Hancock's got the ball and takes it up the middle for about 12 yards, 11 yards, right to the 50.
And he took a pretty good pop there at the end of that.
From Zowie.
Yeah.
Senior, 285. He finished off the tackle in fine form. He just leveled him.
And Hancock's actually coming out of the game.
If Zowie would have hit me like that, you'd be just get the wheelbarrow and cart him off.
Got popped.
He got popped.
Get a shovel. But new back. First time, I think it's number 20. He gains 5 yards, and that is
Ryan Potes. He's a 5'8", 180-pound senior.
I don't know exactly what's going on there on the Battlegrounds sidelines, but I'm trying to watch Stephen Hancock over there. I think he might have an issue with his headgear. I think something happened with his helmet. So it was a solid hit at the end of that play. I wonder if chin strap broke or face mask, something along those lines.
2nd and 5. Another handoff right up the middle.
I know he's not over there taking a breather. Let's put it that way.
That's going to go for 7 yards to South Kitsap 38. One away. It doesn't seem like it's slowing Battleground down.
No, sticking to their game plan, aren't they?
Yeah.
Run, and run some more.
So
now you got 2 receivers out wide, one on each side.
Yep, we got a pass play. It's that same pass play to the H-back, number 25. That's Brody Smith. Gained the ball for about 10 yards, so he'll gain the first down, I believe.
That play's been very successful for him tonight, Phil. It's just a simple 8-yard pass, and they seem to get 12, 15 yards on it pretty successfully.
Instead of him standing and blocking, he's blocked well, but instead of the block, he just rolls out in the flat, and the quarterback dumps off the ball to him.
Yep, easy way to gain some yards. So this is a nice drive Battleground's putting together. South defense has to step up here. Another run play right up the middle. They are there for it, and they'll stop it after about a 1.5 yard gain. Ball's down to the 26-yard line.
So we've got one more play to the end of the third quarter. How much time do they get on there? What's the play clock?
40 seconds on play clock.
40 seconds?
Which is why it's dead right now, because we got about just over 30 seconds left in this third quarter.
So same formation. Put a man in motion. And Battleground's calling timeout, I believe.
Interesting.
Coach must not have liked something he saw on the play he called.
The players seemed to be a little confused as far as particularly that one that was in motion. He started, then he stopped, and he kind of looked to the side, looked to the quarterback, and then he went in motion again. So,
well, you're down and fairly deep in South Kitsap's end of the field. You don't want to mess it up here. You don't want to turn over or something like that. So I think it's a good timeout.
They might have realized that Stephen Hawking wasn't back in the game too, so they had that play called. So where's he at?
Hancock is still on the sidelines.
I hope he's not injured. But if his helmet's just not right and they don't have a replacement, that would be okay for South Kitsap, I'm sure.
So I watched.
We don't want to hurt.
I watched him when he ran off, and he took his helmet off right away and was looking inside to it, and then handed it to probably an equipment manager or assistant coach. I think something happened on the last.
It can be as simple as a broken face mask, and it just takes a little bit of time. He is back on the field now, so he's not injured, which is great.
Good.
Great to see him back.
100%.
Brings up 2nd and 7. And he's carrying the ball, so he will gain about 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I'm thinking that was not, well, gain of about 1.
Good for them. 3rd and 8.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So no score in the 3rd quarter. And the South Kitsap Wolves still lead by a score of 22-16 going into the 4th.
Didn't see that coming out of the halftime, so no scores into the 3rd quarter. And what, each team possessed the ball just twice, if memory serves me correctly? Once or twice?
Well, South started off with the ball, and
Both teams had some nice drives. They just couldn't finish them off. South, I think, the penalties killed them.
Yeah, South got in their own way on their drives.
Despite your loyalties to either team, this is a good game. This is a really good game. People, community members that came out, maybe they don't have any sons on the team or daughters on the cheer squad or whatever, but they've come out and are, best sports dollar. I've said it before. A good high school game, whether it be football, basketball, volleyball, water polo, whatever, that's your best sport dollar. You easily drop couple hundred bucks at going to a pro game or something like that. Here, what is it, $7-8 to get in?
And the band is definitely in the Christmas spirit already. So.
Yeah. No Christmas till December.
I think I just heard Santa Claus coming to town.
And speaking of coming out tonight, it's just a beautiful night outside weather-wise, and we all know that these are few and far between here coming up
usually
shortly.
We're
get out and enjoy them
we're
while
real
you can.
we're real happy to be inside the booth, but tonight I'd kind of like to be out there in the weather.
Yeah.
So Hancock gets the ball again.
Oh, I think he made the first dance is right on our line, so they're going to give him a real positive. What?
Yep, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, yep.
Ball's on the 18-yard line, just over the 18, so.
According to my unofficial stats, Battleground has about 152 yards running, about 150 probably are Mr. Hancock's.
Yeah, I would say so. He certainly gets the ball a lot and gets it there for 4.5 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. If I'm South, I think I've got both my linebackers just spotting where he's at and trying to hit that hole when he hits it. And leave your corners one-on-one with the receivers, and if it's a pass, it's a pass.
We can't tell from up here. I mean, they're obviously getting some signals from the sidelines, but I wonder if they're even making some adjustments when they're at the line of scrimmage and literally having Steven, go right or go left, right? So
he's trying to go outside left this time, and he does a good job staying on his feet and getting on down inside the 5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Battleground at about the South Kitsap 4. So defense has to stiffen up here. I think I'm putting in an extra linebacker, forgetting about safety and just getting everybody on the line of scrimmage.
You guys out wide. I think it's just dressing out here.
Yep. I'm going to guess number 40's getting the ball. Look at that.
Right in the end zone.
Yep.
Pretty much untouched. So nice job blocking by Battleground's line because Steve Hancock went in there untouched. Ties the score up at 22-all. So this is a very important 2-point conversion right here.
So I don't think they've tried a PAT tonight, right, Phil? They've all been 2-point conversions, correct?
They've all been 2-point conversions, and some coaches figure if you get half of them, that's just like a PAT. If you do better than that, great.
Yep.
South has not stopped them yet, but this would be a real good one to do it on. And we do get handoff, and he goes right on in too. That's Hancock again for the 2-point conversion. That's just too easy. Same play, same spot. That's the touchdown. Need to.
Phil, you've been a football coach. What would you have done on that one?
I just think you need to get bigger.
No, I'm talking about if you were If you were Battleground.
I'm still running that ball just like I did until show me you can stop me, you know. And if you can't stop me, then I'm just going to keep going. But so we do have plenty of time left in this game for South Kitsap, and it's 10:46 left in the fourth quarter. South is down by 2. They've proven they can drive the ball as long as they keep their mistakes down. And
Yep. One step at a time. Let's secure the kickoff, right? So hopefully they cleared up that and some communication and got DeAndre right in the middle of the field there.
I was just noticing that's not his normal position, so there's an adjustment right there for you.
I think that solves the communication
everybody
problem.
block, DeAndre catch the ball, run.
He is standing exactly where the slight miscommunication was on the last kickoff.
I'm going to guess they're going to kick away from him.
Yeah, if they make that adjustment, but like I said, that's not where he was last time they kicked off, so we will see.
And there's
so here
the
comes
whistle.
The kick.
Away from DeAndre.
And it's going
back though.
Nice blocking. Nice return.
Nice.
South will have the ball up by the 40-yard line.
So great field position for the Wolves.
Yeah. And like I said, lots of time, that's not an issue at this point. It's a one-score game. Even a field goal, South takes the lead. But let's see if we march down the field and knock it in for a touchdown.
I'm just going to guess, but I bet you Coach Erickson would much rather have the touchdown than the field goal. However, field goal to win it, I think he'd take that. Just kind of a guess.
So South lines up in that familiar I formation. 2 receivers on the left-hand side, 1 to the right. Handoff up the middle. It's Ben Miller this time. And he's going to gain about 5 yards. So nice first down run. South just wants a nice long drive, take time off the clock.
Put points on the board.
Yep.
That'd be great to see a sturdy. I mean, I'd like to see him score on the next play, but a good 6, 7, 8 minute drive.
So guys,
chew some clock.
Yep. The play clock is dead on both ends of the field. It's been turned off on both ends. So I don't know if they had problems on one end or not. But another run by South Kitsap. This is, I believe, Ben Miller again.
I'm so glad you said
Up
that,
left
Phil,
side.
because since I asked about it, I've been looking for it ever since, and I was saying, I know you guys can see it, but I can't. But indeed, it's not out there, right?
It's you can't see it because there's no lights on it. So.
All right, good. Is it usually in the end zones?
Yeah, there's one. They're in each end zone.
Right. So the quarterbacks can see and the referees can see it. Yeah.
If it works.
So the refs just must be keeping it on the field.
Right. Brings up 3rd and 2. So South does hand off to Ben Miller again. He is hit right at the line of scrimmage.
And frankly, on the play clock, both these teams seem to play pretty fast, so I don't think it's been much of an issue.
No, it comes to an issue at the end of the game when you're trying to.
Yep. So clock a little bit.
So it brings up
fourth and a long one. What do you do here? They're going to go for it. So what would you do? Troy, Phil, what would you guys do here?
You know, I'm probably again giving it to maybe the fullback up the middle. If he looks like he's getting through.
See, and I'm gonna let Rylan roll out again. Make Rylan either a real quick pass or just tuck the ball and run. But see what happens.
I do that if you need more than one, but when you just need the one.
Showing blitz, and here they come.
There it goes. There's the run. There's the pass to Nolan. And he'll take. He's going to go in.
Up the side.
Up. Not the fastest guy in the world,
and,
but
flags all over the place. Dirty laundry all over the place.
So, all downfield though. So
I was going to say, nice thing is they are downfield. They are more than 10 yards down from the yard of gain. So if it's a 10-yard penalty, it'll still be a first down for South Kitsap.
Excellent execution by the kids on that play from South Kitsap Wolves that time.
Except for the penalties.
Except for the penalties. In regards to the play itself, great play. They let Rylan rolled out to the right. They let a couple players get by that slipped right through.
Two linebackers blitzed on that one.
And guys, keep me honest on that. Was that Richard?
Yeah,
Nolan
Richard.
on the reception on that?
Yep.
So great catch. Excellent run. Not sure what these penalties are, but they were all downfield. Nothing was at the line of scrimmage or at the point of initial contact.
No, I
Signal here.
It looks like something's against the Wolves. I mean, they're backing up. So
yeah, it's
is that blocking in the back?
blocking the back. And the thing is that where they're thrown, kind of in that mid-level of the field there, I don't think it was
Was way away from the ball.
from the play.
Yeah,
So,
had no impact on the play for sure.
but it should still be enough for a South gets that first down. And that's important. Yep. So South will get first down out of this.
So
At
it's
the
10
50.
yards. It's 10 yards from where the penalty occurred. Obviously, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a spot foul,
So
so-
they were way downfield when committed the foul, and it was a half a field widthwise away from where the actual play action of the play was.
Right. So again, you don't like to see any penalty, but that one's not as painful as it could have been, on fourth down because
Yep.
you get the first down anyway. So here we go, first down. Ben Miller's going to take it on up. Nice run.
That right side of the South Kitsap line blew the Tigers away.
Yeah, I thought if he actually bounced it a little more to the right, he would have gone a lot further. But he did gain 8 yards on first down.
They
so.
drove that side of the Tiger defense back 3 to 4 yards. Excellent blocking by the big guys up front.
Yeah, and for Ben, who's not a real big guy, sure runs through there, and he's like looking for contact. It seems like he's not afraid to put his nose in there.
Bring it on, right?
Yep.
Yep. And that right side of that line is both underclassmen. So nice pass play again to DeAndre. He catches the ball down to 20 and brings on out to about the 13-yard line.
What an amazing adjustment by DeAndre there. He's literally pirouetted and did a full 360 to catch the ball.
What was that, about a 35?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
And Ryland, way to get the ball out there, too. Ryland throws a great ball. It's a lot of touch on it. Looks good in the air. It's usually on point, so
that was about a 27-yard gain, but nice throw, nice, excellent catch. And the Wolves are threatening.
First down, 10 at the 14. So another handoff to Miller, left side he tries this time. And they'll gain about 5 yards.
I don't know how you see that from this angle, but you're right.
What was right?
Not what Kathleen says.
So, Phil, how do you have a 7-minute drive from the 14-yard line and score a touchdown? That's what we're looking for,
I don't
isn't
know.
it?
So that's what we need. So that would be a great drive.
I think penalties both sides, some first downs, some
Go back and
You
forth.
only get the
No.
one first
back
down.
and forth. Let's just score, guys.
Yep.
If you're South Kitsap.
So that brings up second and 5. Another
Nice cut. Play.
Nice cut. Almost gets there, but he does get down to the 2-yard line.
Great cut, good blocking up front.
Yep, gain of 8. First and goal, South Kitsap at the 2.
I think Ben was surprised there. He didn't have a contact there for the first 5 yards. He, wasn't used to that. He was looking for somebody to hit.
Yeah, he was. I think he'd
Ben,
stop, turn around, and wait if you had to.
I know. Yep.
So first and goal from the 2.
I'm hearing some loud knocking on the door.
Come on, Ben.
No gain, I think, on that play. Nice job by Battleground getting on in there.
Yeah.
Hitting him in the backfield.
Great
They had
penetration.
somebody that was
right?
pulling on him from the back, caught him from the back and was pulling. No gain.
So you all know this. We sit on the 20-yard line, one end of the field. This action is taking place at the far end of the field, so we don't get a great look at the action down here.
The only great look we're getting is from the camera crew up in our booth here. So, good job, guys.
So we gotta look through the Coke bottle, though. There we go.
So we do have second and goal. Round will roll it out to the short side.
He's in.
He's in. Touchdown, South Kitsap.
Getting that last half a yard from Bain was just a heady, tough play. He just leaned on it, kind of looking like Russell Wilson there.
What do you think of the Ryland roll? Rolling out a couple scores tonight, right?
Yeah.
The RR.
So if you're South
The
Kitsap,
Ryland roll.
going to go for 2 here because go up by 6. But being up by 4 doesn't really do you much good. 5 doesn't do you any good either. So same I formation. Oh,
Through.
overthrows them. Pass intended for DeAndre Davis, so they don't make it, but it really doesn't hurt them.
Great effort by Ryland on the score. Right over the pylon. Just reached out for it, so hit the pylon, that means you're in, right, Phil?
Yeah, that's
Break
it.
the plane.
So
do you know what elementary school Ryland went to?
I know of maybe 100 different elementaries, but I'm going to guess the South Colby Bobcats.
You are right. You win the prize. You get the last.
God, I am good. Every
the
time
last
you
Halloween
ask me
cookie.
that question, I'm like batting 1,000% on that.
So 5:44 left in the fourth quarter. South gets up with the lead, 28-24. Time for defense to stand up and make some plays.
Good ball game tonight, guys. This is fun.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. A lot better than having a running clock at this point.
Yes.
So,
we've done a couple of those games.
And
it happens.
And again, new coach. I can't remember how many coaches we've had. I think it's 5 and 8 years or something like that. Certainly seems to have the program, has the community very much into the games. You go around everywhere, you see the South Kitsap Wolves flags, all through town. So fantastic. A lot of kids who want to come on out and play, and that's great. So Chase Peterson kicking off.
On the ground, kicking it hard. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm kicking dead center.
Just kick it deep. Pretty much.
Yep.
Fielded about the 10-yard line.
Yep, going to go on up that side. And that's why you don't kick it to those guys.
Yeah.
They bring it back. Battleground has a very nice return, brings the ball back to the 45-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10, their own 45. I've never been a big believer in giving the ball to their returners, on a fly. It just seems to me that that's what they want you to do. But
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to predict a handoff to number 40, Stephen Hancock.
Well, let's see what the big boys do up front. Both sides of South Kitsap, they're still holding their backers back a little bit, Phil. So
yeah,
see
I'd
if
like
they
to see
react
them
to
move
them
them up a little bit further than they
There
do.
we
Great
go.
job
Great
getting
job.
on in there. Stops them for no
Excellent.
gain.
Well, and also I like to see them. They tackled him right. Great form tackle there. Is perfect. Brought him straight down to the ground. No yards after contact.
Yep, looks like they're giving them about a yard. So similar formation. They have 2 receivers on the right. Battleground does, and it's another handoff to number 40. And he's being chased by a bunch of Wolves. He's going to lose yardage for the first time tonight, I think.
Excellent defense by the
DeAndre and
number 17.
That's young Mr. Jacob Nelson filling in, I believe, for Sam Canton there at the safety position.
And playing exceptionally well.
All right, boys, big third down here. So Battlegrounds actually usually has been running the ball on these third down and longs.
Well, you got 3rd and 12. If the coach is thinking this is going to be 4 downs, then, I'd go ahead and run the ball. So, now it's going to be a quick pass. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it.
Stayed. Nice
Good
play.
defensive play. Excellent defensive play by DeAndre Davis.
Here comes a
oh
late
my God,
flag.
a late flag coming in. I'm sorry. This happened right in front of us. Oh, I think it's going to be sideline warning against. It might be sideline warning against South Kitsap. I'm hoping. No. By the reaction, I think they're going to call pass interference. No, the flag's being waved off.
Well, I was going to say that was a great play by DeAndre.
I think it's tipped.
I think it was tipped. I think they was going to call pass interference, but the ball was tipped. Therefore,
no pass interference. Yep. So Battleground's going to come on out and punt.
Wow, a little bit surprised by this decision, huh, Phil?
You know, you have 4:10, you have your timeouts left. If they feel their defense can stop it, then, so be it. But, 4th and 12 is hard to get, even in high school.
And they do go ahead and kick it.
And it's a short kick, so South needs to stay away from it. It's bouncing back, taking South bounce, and South will take over on her right about the 38-yard line. So I'm thinking there might be a flag on play. I'm looking for one here, but the refs are conferencing, so two of the officials get together. And it's a
I thought so.
motion
Yeah, it's
against-
a legal motion. That up back was moving beforehand, but it's all right. We should get a decline, and let's see if we can hold on to the ball and put this game to bed.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good punt. I mean,
Wolves are huddling up there, so it doesn't look like they're gonna accept it, which I don't think I would either. They have decent field position. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes left with a 4-point lead.
The punt was 15 yards, 16 yards. I don't think I take a chance that the punter gets off a good one this time.
No, I'm with you. And that oblong sphere called the football sometimes takes funny bounces, right?
Yeah.
So if you got the ball and you possessed it, and that's you got good field position, I completely agree with that call.
4-minute drive here for the Wolves. I think that's what they're hoping for.
Hope is not a strategy, Brian.
I know.
Hope is not a strategy.
No, that's what they're going to work for. They're going to lean on this line, I believe, and
Little counter play.
little counter.
Little running.
And Miller's going to gain 6 yards.
Great opening on the left-hand side of the line for South.
Yeah.
So excellent inside counter.
So good job. And if you South Kitsap, you want to make sure you're taking your time getting this off. Usually the officials will talk to both quarterbacks and say, this is going to be, we're going to give you a signal at 10 seconds or something, and then the clocks are dead.
So I wonder if they're just manually counting out there tonight. I wouldn't imagine they had a stopwatch on it at every play. I think they're probably just counting in their head, one of them, huh?
Yeah, they should have stopwatches.
Yep.
What the rules say, but
Same play, inside trap, counter again.
for a lot of yards. And he gets out of bounds. Ball's down to 36-yard line.
Great run by Ben.
Yeah. Excellent job. First down, Wolves. We have 3:06 left in the game at this point.
Then again, 10 yards downfield. Ben's looking for contact. Somebody come hit me, please.
So ball's on the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Two great, successful running plays right back to back.
Yep, the Wolves are on the line too fast. Clock's running, another same play. Gonna take it up in the middle. So it's 2:51 is when the whistle blew, so they really don't have to snap the ball until there's 2:11 left. And somebody, a coach or somebody, has to be telling them either holding a signal or, call the quarterback over and say, hey, look, we're going to try to run this clock.
Yeah, it looks like they're slowing it down a little bit. So you're right, Phil. And again, it's kind of hard to see when we don't have the clocks on the scoreboard, but I'm sure the ref is in communication with them out there. Well, most importantly, I hope you're reminded to just, wrap the ball up, kids. Just 2 hands on the ball.
There he goes, and he's going probably get enough for a first down. Nope. Going to be close, though.
Depends
Gonna
where
be
they place
down.
the ball.
3rd down, maybe
Third
one
and
or
short.
two. So again, okay, we do have a timeout called. But going to guess that, Battleground calls a timeout, which is a smart play by their coach. That's their second timeout. So we have 1:54 left. And they'll bring up 3rd and a short one.
That's a big play right
So
here.
we started, South Kitsap started this drive with, 4:10 left on the clock? So
Yep.
they've chewed up a couple minutes, had a couple of first downs already, and maybe gained positive 40 yards, maybe 35, 40 yards. So
what do you
halfway
what do
there,
you
boys.
call? I mean, the counter has been highly successful this drive. Had a couple of nice runs. Had a long pass.
Well, I think their
fancy.
first focus is to keep the clock running.
Absolutely.
So I'd be surprised.
I would agree.
If I see a pass.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to throw the ball. They run that counter again or something off of that.
I would honestly.
The Ryland roll.
You've got a foot and a half to go, 2 feet to go.
Yeah.
They've been moving it.
They've been moving it. I'd quarterback sneak here. The worst thing that happens is they take their last time out. Going to give it to Ben.
A negative play though.
So, and Battleground calls timeout.
Number 24 for Battleground, Ricardo Lara. He was in the backfield about the same time the ball was handed off.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th down. Battleground used their last timeout. There's 1:48 left. You're on the, you're on the 27, and you're a foot away from ending the game.
So field goal is not an option here. Punting's not an option here. So they're going for it, and
I'm going.
It all comes down to the one play. Right?
The RR.
The RR. The Ryland
rollout. Been successful.
Yeah, but not when you got everybody coming. Not when you got everybody coming to stop that run. You want to do something that's quick and hitting. Like I said, I think take it around right up silent count, tap your freaking center.
Yeah, maybe even a long count.
Followed by a silent count.
Just a hard long count here to try to get the Tigers to jump.
If you look at the spacing. And
it's the Ryland roll for a first down. No?
Don't know if he's going to get it or not. Yep, he is going to get it.
Huge play. Who predicted that? Who predicted that?
The Ryan.
But no, it was not going to be the Ryan rollout.
So here's the question: Is there a penalty because something has stopped the clock?
Well, I think clearly they made.
I don't know if they made the first down or not. They're going to call in the.
It's tough to see from here, but that's not a very positive spot because I thought he had clearly passed the line to gain.
I don't like plays that start 7 yards deep when you eat a foot, and everybody in the world knows you're going to run the ball. If we get it, that's fantastic. I personally disagree with the call.
It's going to be
I'm
close.
hoping we got it.
Don't stretch that too tight. Oh, it's close. They're down on their knees.
Nope.
No, it did not get it.
Did not get it.
It sounded like they looked at the piece of paper out there or something.
And like I said, I just would have liked to have seen them just run up the middle.
Okay, defense, let's go. Got a minute 39 to bow your back and get out of here.
So honestly, I think, Ryland's an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't run a quarterback sneak all year. That would have been the perfect time for one.
Can't disagree with you there, Phil.
You can, but you'd be wrong.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm supporting you.
All right, boys, get a good,
Okay, so pass play
get a good
right
rush
here.
up the field.
He's down.
So I believe once his knee touches the ground, he's
He
down.
must not have. The referee was right there, but they held him to.
He's got a 2-yard gain and the clock is rolling.
And I don't think
Not
Battleground
fast
has
enough.
any timeouts left, do they?
No, they've used all their timeouts. We need to get another back. There we go.
Yep, get there overloaded on the left-hand side.
He's down there. So that'll be another gain of 2 yards. 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 6, 5.
Like what I just saw of Ben Miller there. He was calming one of his teammates down a little bit. He was getting a little bit fired up.
Okay, another pass play. He's going long this time.
Don't know why they picked to pick on DeAndre. I mean, he's right there. But I was just going to say,
All-state track runner. Yeah.
Well,
would
Bussey's,
agree.
well, Bussey's he's having a great night tonight too. I was just going to say, Battleground's throwing a couple of those quick little passes, and it must have been an effort to set something up, right?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense that they were throwing these quick little 2-yard passes.
Well, you
So
got 52 seconds, 52 and a half seconds, and 4th down. So I would not.
refs coming in.
South is going to call timeout. So they want to get organized on defense because they make a stop here. I think what the coach is saying is, hey, they need to get these 5 yards, so let's watch the run. That's you hold them to 4.5, and the game's over.
Big play here.
So
Okay, your defense. You want to prevent the long pass or run, but at the same time, I'm Battleground. Mr. Hancock, here's the ball.
And still nothing messes up any type of offensive play like penetration right up the middle, right?
Yep.
So penetration up the middle on
Shoot a
those
backer,
on the front
maybe?
guys, something. But you got to disrupt you just can't let them run their play. Any type of disruption's positive. Usually comes from the interior guys, right? So see what happens. Any little bit that you can mess up their timing.
They look like
make them adjust. Any different look they have that they've been saving all night, now's the time for it.
So South is looks like they're running
somewhat of a prevent.
5 backs, defensive backs there. Battleground is throwing. And
Incomplete.
Pass.
And South Kitsap's going to win this game.
Great job.
Is there a little bit of joy on the field there by the Wolves? They are bouncing. I don't even think they're touching the turf. They're just
26 was that. I hope I got the
Yep.
number right. Dylan Murray on the coverage there. Great,
Yep.
great
he's
play.
had a good game
Yeah.
tonight.
So, you gotta love it. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, South Kitsap. And for the second time this year,
On senior night, how sweet it is.
I think we're going to see victory formation right now.
You
Yep.
think?
I think
I'm going to
so.
agree with you on that one, Phil.
All right, looks like we're all in agreement, and we'll all be wrong.
I don't know. I haven't heard from Troy. Throw deep.
No,
That's Troy's normal.
No, I
answer.
think they're.
And the
they're
back
gonna
is going to be, the safety man is going to be DeAndre Davis.
Smart.
Yeah,
Super
nobody's
smart reason.
And that's
delay game, I think. Or
No, I think it's offside. There's
On Battleground's
Battleground
left,
jumped on the
left side.
and then that was Mr. Hancock. I shouldn't point that out, I guess.
Well, if they
No,
have-
it wasn't. It was somebody else, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't know about they just have to. You guys were telling me that in high school football they just have to enter the neutral zone,
Right,
and it's
no
outside,
contact,
so no
yep.
contact has to be. So
Well, they're just trying to make a play at this point.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yep. I have to admit, in a real tight game, the game meant a lot. I tell my kids, I don't care if you're offsides. Jump the snap count and get me the ball. I'll take the 5-yard penalty if that's what it comes to, because that's not going to mean anything. All right, so 1st and 5.
just need to snap the ball one time,
The
and
clock
I
is
think
running.
Victory foul formation.
So good on the kids.
Yeah.
Shaking hands, good sports. Battleground obviously coming all the way up here. They're disappointed. They played a tough a game, and man, they have some athletes.
Yeah, that great job by Battleground. Coming on up, good game. The officials have said the game is not over yet.
Nope.
So I think we have 7.6 seconds left in the game. So there must have been a little bit of a
Yeah, because it wasn't a play clock. That was only like 20 seconds left, so something happened.
I wonder if South called a timeout to maybe get some seniors that don't get as much opportunity to play or whatever, get them out there. That's the thing I can
Allow them to
figure
get
out
on
right
the field. That's
on senior night. So again, South Kitsap does How many kids they
I was
put
just
out
going
there?
to say, I think South Kitsap just put 30 guys out on
1, 2,
offense.
3, 4,
So
5,
I think it must be their seniors, right? So maybe this was pre-planned by
7, 8, 9, 10,
prior to the game
11,
between the coaches.
12, 13,
Far
14,
more than
15.
11.
I think we got about 22 players on South Kitsap.
And I think they're going to take a penalty.
They called
When,
another.
when you have
timeout.
when you have someone in the 50 numbers that's split out, not sure what that was.
That must have been every senior
I
tonight,
think that was
right?
all the seniors.
So every senior that's on the team, kind of actually a nice ode to them. And it looked like since the Battleground kids were prepared for it, I think maybe the coaches prior to the game maybe had a discussion if it came down to
Right.
X, we
That'll
were going to
happen.
do Y. Yeah. So. It was nothing against Battleground or anything. I think it was most likely a predetermined act if it presented itself.
Sure.
There it is. Now it's official. South Kitsap 28, Battleground 24. Good job, Wolves. An excellent competition by the Tigers.
Yeah, and what a great senior night for a bunch of kids who had to go through a couple of winless seasons to get 2 wins this year.
All right.
So
Great job, Wolves, and appreciate
and
it,
a
guys.
shot at number 3 next week. Next Thursday, 7 o'clock right here, folks. Come out and support your Wolves.
we want to thank you all for joining us tonight and this season. We'll also be back broadcasting basketball and wrestling starting December. We'd also like to thank students in the video production who've done an excellent job, especially tonight. Lots of replays here at South who made this television program possible. And again, final score, South Kitsap 28 and Battleground 24. So long, good night from South Kitsap High School. And guys, it's been a great season. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final play, South Kitsap 28, Battleground 24. We'd like to thank all attendees of the game tonight for coming out. Please clean up your area. Thank you once again, South Kitsap seniors on senior night. This has been your public address. D-Rod with the game tonight. Thank you all for coming out. And drive home safely.